welcome back to the Bald Online podcast.
Glad doing.
Yes, sir. We're still
Yo,
potting while the sun's out for the first time in a long time.
I know.
We got Gabe on
Finally,
upgraded camera. We
Yes, sir.
leveling up today.
Thank you. I have to pay $1 million a month for this, you know?
rich man vibes.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. How y'all
Cool.
doing today, though? How y'all doing today?
Bro, I'm
Doing good.
still salty about game 7, bro. I just am. I'm just
Uh,
salty.
How
Shit, we
the-
can
how the
jump right
cookies
into it
do
if you want to get something off your chest. Game
I mean,
7.
I do real quick. Congratulations to the Thunder. You guys had the best season, I guess, whatever. But I'll never let it slide that the Indiana Pacers went to game 7 of the NBA Finals and it ended the way it ended. I'm left on a what if scenario. I'm sorry. I just have to say it like that because in what world does like all this excitement and buildup end like that in such a horrible way? I mean, both teams, amazing run, obviously. It's just the way it went down, I'm not very happy about it. You know what I'm saying? But big shout out. Goddamn, the camera's cooked. Big shout out to the Pacers and the Thunder for 7 great games. God damn it, let me fix this.
I don't know what
Yeah.
you did. Every time you start talking, the camera just says, no, not today.
I swear.
Oh,
It's
Yeah,
because you're
game-
moving too much.
Game
Too much
7, man. I think it was a great series overall. One of the more memorable finals in the last 70 years. Shout out to the Oklahoma City Thunder. I think their championship is deserved. People like to make fun of it, but in reality, they were the number 1 seed all season. They won 68 games in the regular season. You know, it was way tougher in the playoffs than people even expected. So I think that's just a testament to the other teams and how like parity is in the NBA nowadays, more so than the Thunder. But a shout out to them. They took care of business. Unfortunately, Hallie's injury kind of stopped us from having, an all-time classic. And at the end of the day, I still think the Thunder win, but it just kind of sucks that we didn't get to see, it play out the way it did, full strength, Hallie and all that. And just his injury, the fact that he's not going to play next season is disappointing. But
Yeah.
besides that, I think the Thunder deserve to win. I think they were the best team all season long. Again, it kind of just sucks that game 7, we didn't get to see Hallie, but the Thunder ended up being up 20 by the time we got to the 4th. So I don't know, again, if it would have changed the outcome, but Thunder 2025 champs. So shout out to them.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think one of the biggest surprises and disappointments of the season is the Thunder the Pacers making it to the finals, but Hallie not being able to play in game 7, even though he had like a calf strain, and this is kind of what happens when you push it too hard. But it sucks to see that he had like 3 threes made at the beginning of the first. He's gonna have a crazy game, and he just goes down. But everyone showed him love and showed him appreciation for what he did to get his team there. So that's good for them. I also agree with Bez about the Thunder winning that game. I think they were going to at home. But yeah, they took care of business. First seed, they did everything they were supposed to. SJ showed up and did everything he was supposed to too. So it's well deserved for the season. And I'm sad that we didn't get a game 7 that we wanted, or we were robbed of an entertaining one.
Yep. But
Yeah, I
man,
think the worst part about it really is if he just didn't play, it would have been like, okay, well, he didn't get injured, but at the same time, I'm sure he was pushing himself to play. So it's just a slippery slope with like
Yeah.
you risking an injury versus, this is literally the last game of the season. So it just
He's,
sucks that he got such a serious injury. Even if he got like a grade 3 strain, he would have been okay, come back next season. It's just
Yeah.
brutal that it's like the last game of the season, game 7, and that's how you go out. That's what really sucks, honestly.
Yeah. Do you think players are gonna start sitting out when they have calf strains now on big moments, or are they gonna try to compete depending on the situation?
bro, big moments. I feel like you have to. I don't know. It's very case by case because like Kawhi, I know like shit like happened that he sat out. I get that.
Mhm.
But I mean, Halliburton's case is a little bit different. Like I feel like he had to play. I know you're gonna say, "Oh, it was a strain. He should have took it easy." But like, I don't know. Game 7, and you're not like a top 5, top 10 type of player. I feel like you have for your team, you have to put it on. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I
Case
think
by
in
case.
Hallie's case, people should still try to play. Players should still try to play because it's a game 7 for the championship. You just got to put it all out there. Even if you die, you die. You just got to have that mentality. But a
Yeah.
guy like Damian Lillard, you risking it coming back when your team's already down, like, 3-1 at that point, 2-1. I think in those situations, you probably played a little smarter because it's like, look, we're getting our ass beat anyway. I'm coming in after being out the entire series. I might mess up the flow, even though I'm a great player. Like, you still got to incorporate me into the game plan and all that. So
Yeah, no
I think in
rhythm
those
either.
situations, when someone's like coming back after a layoff, you probably don't push it. But then like when it's like, oh, this guy like has been playing and it's like an iffy situation, it's a game 7, something like that, then it's like I think you just got to go for it.
Yeah, I mean Halliburton like knew the risks too, and he said he's not he doesn't have any doubt in his head or about him playing or the injury happening. So he left it all out there. Made sure that he knew what was happening with the circumstances and still played. So gotta salute him for that.
Big respect for Halliburton. Hope everybody knows the type of player he is this year instead of calling him the most overrated now. I hope that whole like stigma's dead. By the way, I'll have you know.
For sure. Hopefully
After
he
this,
can return to be the same player because I feel like Achilles is probably the worst injury for a
yeah,
basketball player because of the like twitch that you have or like the little push out that you have. You kind of need like a full Achilles or a fully healthy Achilles. So we will see what he looks like when he comes back, but I think his game might decline, sadly.
mm,
I don't
Hopefully
think
not.
so. I don't even think he's relies on athleticism or anything. He's not that fast. He doesn't jump high. He's not that strong. So
Yeah, but his first step is I think everything in terms of getting the offense going with his crossover. Like even when he
that's
got hurt,
true.
he pushed off his Achilles like 3 times. That's why I feel like his calf just gave up on him because he tried to make something happen when he was limited. So I feel like that's how he gets players going, and him and his speed and pace and everything kind of all adds up together, in my opinion.
I don't think it'll affect him personally because
I hope
it
not.
might take some time for him to get comfortable with it. But it's like, again, he's not even his blow bys, quote unquote. He's not really blowing by people like to get to the rim like Ja and just rise up, elevate. He's
Mhm.
blowing by and then kicking out. So he's gonna have to adjust a little bit, but I don't think it's gonna, you know, really affect him in the long term. As soon as he gets comfortable with it, it's gonna be a while because he's not gonna play next year, and then it's gonna take him some time to get comfortable the year after. So might be
Yeah,
2 years before we see him back to normal, but I don't
yeah,
think it's like gonna derail his career completely.
yeah. So what do you think the Pacers do going into next season? Do you like tank, try to trade Pascal to build the team
No,
up
no,
when Holly
no. Why
comes
would they
back?
do that? They just made the finals, and their team is good enough without Hallie to make the playoffs. So I don't see. There's
So
no
you
reason for them to tank. They're not bad enough to tank.
yeah,
They just, I don't know. Maybe Hallie's recovery is faster than you think. Maybe he can come back for the playoffs. Even if not,
take some
though, like
Jags.
you just go into the playoffs with what you got because you could still win some games and like push as far as you can.
Yeah, and you saw I feel like you gain new fans from this whole like playoff run too. So you gotta kind of want to like keep that momentum, kind of see how far you take it as a team.
I mean, this is a good opportunity for guys like Nemhard, Benedict Mathurin to just get their games elevated and
Yeah,
they have more opportunity. Maybe some of the younger guys like Jerace Walker, who has been kind of just like on the bench the whole time, just developing, give him some run and see what you have with him. And
yeah,
then maybe they could use that to make trades and really solidify their run for the year after. Or if not, if these guys are people you want to keep and you're like, yo, these guys are showing a lot of promise, then you got an even better team after that. So I don't think they really need to do anything. They just kind of got to do what they
keep
do
pushing.
because the team's good enough to still win, like at least make the playoffs without Hallie. So
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens,
you know,
especially in the weaker East too.
yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
Tatum's
we'll
gone
talk
too.
about some of the trades, but like some of the trades the team made, 1 or 2 trades, I think they're already up. They're still up there, the top 5 team, honestly, without Halliburton as the Pacers. So
Man,
Yep.
West is gonna be interesting though. That's a fact.
West is always interesting, bro.
That is true. Even more interesting. What if Giannis goes there too? You never know.
More sauce, bro. More sauce. Give it to me.
Giannis ain't leaving, man.
Giannis
We
is
gotta
coming to
leave that.
LA.
We gotta leave that in the past, bro.
I'm so
Giannis a buck for
I'm
life,
back to
man.
photoshopping
You
jerseys,
know,
guys. I'm gonna Photoshop every jersey on every star.
it's
I
already
mean
been
Laker
done.
jerseys. Oh yeah,
Yeah, we
true.
like the jersey. It's already been done. Search up any random player,
That's
you'll
true.
find a
Yeah.
jersey. You can
Hey
search
man,
up
but
what Wembanyama, what bananas.
the Thunder, man, the Thunder. I know, we talk about the Pacers, but the other side of it, the Thunder. I mean, shout out to them. SGA had one of arguably the greatest seasons of all time, winning
Yeah,
MVP, Finals MVP, getting 60 wins, 68 wins. Like the team is one of the youngest teams in the NBA still, and if any team could win back-to-back championships in the modern era, it's definitely the Thunder because they just have every opportunity to do so. They got a young team with up and coming players. They got still the most draft picks in the NBA. So if they wanted to get even better for whatever reason, they can. I mean, they picked in the lottery or the 15th pick this year, so they're just continuing to get better, and they just won a championship. So I'm kind of afraid of the Thunder if I'm other teams because they have no reason to trade anyone or move anybody, and they have no like downfall in sight. Because even when they got to pay Chet or move him or Hartenstein got to go, like they just draft somebody new with their infinity draft picks or trade for somebody new with their infinity. Like,
Yeah.
it's a good situation to be in. Shout out to Sam Presti, basically playing 2K GM, my GM on the whole league, bro. Just finessed everybody.
It's funny because with the 15th pick, I think they drafted Hartenstein's replacement.
Yeah,
And
they
then you
drafted a
keep
center.
Hartenstein to like kind of teach him the ways and be a veteran. Then Hartenstein gets paid somewhere else and he moves up the ladder, and you just plug and play for a lot of these players. I feel like what OKC strategy is, I think they have like 3 or 4 first round picks going into 2026, which is supposed to be a better draft than this year. So like they're playing the game really well, and they can plug and play players. Even if an injury happens to Jalen Williams or Chad or something like that, they can still compete for a championship as long as they have SGA and their picks turn out to be really well, or if they want to trade for somebody too. So they have a lot of opportunity to repeat, but I feel like it's going to be hard going into next season with the trades that happened and players that got drafted. But
Yeah.
like Beth said, they're my my pick to win it again, at least for now.
I
Repeat.
agree. I mean, I feel like I like I said this before, like 2 years ago, something about like I think I said the Nuggets were gonna repeat pretty comfortably. That did not happen at all.
It's hard. It's hard.
It is hard. It's very hard. I don't want to say like, but if I had to give a team, like any team could do it, it would be the Thunder. Man,
They're
this
ahead
is
of
really
schedule.
good.
They're ahead of schedule. People
really
didn't think
good,
they'd
bro.
win it this early, and they did. And it's like, okay, well now what? You know what I mean? Like
They win again.
exactly. They just got to go and prove it again, and I think they can because I don't think anyone's getting worse on this team. So
So is SJ the best Thunder of all time now?
Yeah. He
I
averaged
don't think
33
I mean-
Finals MVP and got him a chip. I'm pretty sure it's pretty confident now. I don't know.
33 in the regular season, 30 in the playoff run. Like
Yeah.
All the
won
hardware.
chip.
I don't know,
He's
man.
the 2 game
68
sevens to us.
won, greatest single season in Thunder history. One of the greatest single seasons in NBA history.
He's number one.
I don't know, man, because I saw a video of somebody talking about how the KD Russ Harden OKC that made it to the finals had to play against LeBron James, D Wade, and Chris Bosh that were like all veterans, and like people are complaining about how OKC lost to that team, but people were saying that Miami would probably destroy this OKC team as well in the finals if they had to meet LeBron James in his prime,
Bro.
Veteran Boston Wade.
I
And
think they would have done better than the Russ team though, because they're just better in the regular season. Like
That's true,
my
but they're
opinion.
not beating a prime.
I don't know if they're beating LeBron, Bosh, Wade. I don't know.
I think it ended in 5-2.
But like, but it's a what if scenario. Like that's an old team, bro. Like we don't gotta compare.
It is a what if. It is a what if. But I'm
It
just
is.
saying, like,
It's a
I'm
good
just
what if.
bringing it up because I saw it.
I think Miami does win though.
Which OKC team do you think would win though? The KD, Russ, and Harden, or this OKC team that won a championship?
No, I think this one. I'm gonna go with this one. Honestly, I think they're just more well-rounded. The defensive pressure from this team, like, because the real issue with the Thunder in the playoffs at times was their offense. Like they just weren't passing the ball. There was that one game against the Pacers where they had like fucking 0 assists in the first half. I don't know if y'all remember that, but that was really their issue. But the defense was top tier the entire season, and I think that's more translatable to the playoffs. Whereas the other OKC team, they relied on a lot on Russ, KD. Serge Ibaka was, they were good defense, but Serge Ibaka was like their primary anchor. So I'm just thinking off the defense alone, like they could probably cause more trouble for the other OKC team.
Yeah, this OKC team was deeper too. Like the past OKC team was top heavy, and you had Harden coming off the bench.
Hey, we were talking about Chet. We were shitting on him, but he had a crazy game 7. He had like 5 blocks.
Yeah,
he was going crazy.
Great.
Yeah, he knows how to play like angles really well defensively, and they're like you said, their defense kind of boosters their offense, and that's how they get their scoring going. If SGA's not in the half court doing his thing or getting free throws, they'll play defense, and that turns into offense. So, yeah, I think I'm going with this OKC team as well.
But that's a good question though, because the individually like top heavy talent, you take the top 3 guys. Obviously, the old OKC team wins, but
Yeah.
it's a team game, and I
And
think this team
it's
is just.
different.
It's like you sub out the starters. It's like damn near a whole nother starting lineup comes in the game with Aaron Wiggins, Isaiah Joe. What you
Yeah.
got? Caruso, Hartenstein, Case, and Wallace. Like all these guys.
Yeah. And if you're playing at the same pace that is like presently being played in the past, then they'll definitely win because they can keep up defensively, and then they can tire the KD OKC out
Yeah.
offensively as well.
You think so? They were young at the time too.
Yeah, but pace is like doubled since 2012.
Only Russ will keep up with them.
Doubled or like 20%, 30%.
I think it's doubled. Honestly, I think this is the highest paced season ever. That's why there's so many injuries. Or
Because what they're gonna let Thabo Cephalosha shoot the corner shots? It's like, all right, bro.
I feel like Russ and KD would acclimate well because they're superstar talents. But other than that, I don't know.
Yeah, but they're pretty young too, so they'll make.
And it's
mistakes
baby
as well.
Harden. Like as good as Harden is, it's still baby Harden. It's
They're all
before
babies.
he developed his game.
What's his name was like 25, KD.
Yeah. Now KD was him at that point. He already won MVP.
Yeah, that's the year he won MVP. KD
Damn,
versus
bro.
Shea, MVP season.
I remember that series.
Tough.
Miami.
I mean, it's just KD really that makes you think because he's just such an elite scorer. Like he's gonna be the best player, I think.
Like how they gonna stop him? Like how they gonna?
He'll be the best player on the court.
But
I mean,
again,
yeah,
it's a team
you
game.
can't
It's a
run.
team game.
Facts.
Uh,
Yep. Look at Jokic. 40 and 20, and almost lost game 1.
Do
They
you
got
already
lucky.
know Russ crunch time? The dumbest decision you've ever seen is coming
Yeah,
in. Like we,
Especially
we
a
good.
younger Russ. GG.
nah,
I don't
bro,
even
he's
remember
locked
that
in.
series if he was like poor decision making. I don't remember vividly.
He was
but
not. He wasn't. That happened later on. Once like it was like
It's kind of
KD
tough
left
to
there.
beat a LeBron-led team. You kind of need another veteran team to win. That's why the Spurs beat them during those times.
Yeah, you got to outsmart LeBron because
Yeah,
he's gonna out physical you.
Or you're gonna
Yeah,
get, or you
another-
get Curry, KD, and Clay, right? Hassan, is that what you're gonna say?
That's a different era, different team.
Mm. Oh man,
You can't even see the hat.
bro, take it off.
All right, let's talk about the Kevin Durant trade then, since we're on the topic of Kevin Durant. He's going to the Houston Rockets. He got traded for your guys' favorite fucking player, Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks. They also got the 10th overall pick, which they used to draft the center from Kentucky, I believe.
I think from Duke.
Or Duke, my bad. I get the mixed up, but
Maluach.
Maluach. So yeah,
Yeah.
he's a promising young player. Especially if he could extend the jumper. They also traded for Mark Williams for
Your guy.
That physical's gonna fail.
29th
Incoming
pick in
fail.
the future first. Yeah, I mean they got 2 centers pretty much this draft, but that was a different trade. But KD going to the Rockets, honestly, for a pretty cheap deal because some of the other packages that were floating around there. Obviously, he didn't want to go to Minnesota. But the Rudy Gobert, DiVincenzo package was probably be more intriguing for the Suns. Darius Garland, I heard, was floated out there. I don't know how true that is, but if the Suns decline that, they need to be investigated because that's insane that they would
I
decline
feel like it was
that.
more of a KD yes or no.
Yeah,
type
maybe
of-
he didn't want to go there or something.
Yeah, that's what I think it was.
But if
LeBron
I'm the Phoenix
shadow,
Suns, I
LeBron
don't care,
shadow.
man. I don't care where you want to go. I'm getting the best package possible.
I think the other team won't accept the trade because you have 1 year left on your deal and he might just leave and he doesn't want to be there. You're already starting off with negative energy. So it kind of everything dictates on what Kevin Durant wants. And he made it work.
Man, but
But how
KD
y'all
on the
feel about
Cavs
him
would have
in
been
Houston?
insane.
The Houston trade. You want to go, Gabe?
Yeah, from the
Dude.
Rocket side of things, we'll start.
First
there.
of all, shout out to Jalen Green. He's been a great asset for the Houston Rockets for the past few
okay.
years. But this automatically makes the Houston Rockets like top dogs in the West. If they weren't already, they were already number 2 seed, right? Getting Kevin Durant for getting rid of Jalen Green and the first round pick. That's what I'm saying. That's it. And Dylan Brooks. Sorry, this is a very good move for the Houston Rockets. I see them on the upper end of the Western Conference, and I think they're gonna do good this year. KD still is a bucket. He's still got it. He's still got a lot left to give. Maybe 2 to 3 more years before he starts falling off a cliff. But yeah, the Rockets are very scary right now.
Yeah. To add on to your point, I think Rockets it was a steal trade for them. They basically replaced Jalen Green with Kevin Durant and kept the same team. You lose Dylan Brooks, but you can make up with that for like a Tari Eason standpoint. He can kind of fill in that defensive end or the guy that's the big defender type of role. So I feel like you get a certified bucket in KD going into the playoffs next season, and they're already the second seed. So I feel like this is a great trade for the Rockets. They have a chance to win a championship going into next season, and we'll see what it looks like. The biggest thing is that you kept Amen Thompson, and he's already a defensive demon already, and he's 22, 23. You still have Sengun. So like you have everybody that you need to win, and you have that certified bucket getter and Kevin Durant. So there's no doubt in my mind that the Rockets won this trade.
100%.
Yeah,
Mars.
this make the Rockets a championship caliber team, in my opinion. You're definitely losing a little bit in Dylan Brooks, who helped set the culture there this year, especially getting back to that playoffs high seed. But again, like you said, you got a lot of good defenders that you can replace them with, and Amen Thompson, Atari Eason, Jabari Smith could play the 4 as well if you want to move Katie to the 3. You got versatility at the big man position with Steven Adams, who had a really good playoff run. You extended him as well. You bring back Fred VanVleet on the respectable contract, $25 million a year, as your point guard and kind of leader of the team. So I'm really liking what the Houston Rockets is doing. You got a better closing option now, a huge upgrade in Kevin Durant, who could also play make as well a little bit. He's going to be able to play better defense, be like a secondary rim protector as well. When you got him and Steven Adams, I think that's good enough defensively where you got Steven Adams kind of locking in the paint. KD can block some shots. And then you got Amen Thompson, one of the best defenders in the league. So not to mention the coaching, Ime Udoka, him and Kevin Durant have a good relationship. So I think the Rockets are going to be scary next season. It's really just going to be about the young players, how much of a jump they can take, because they're going to rely on some of the young guys a little more. Like Cam Whitmore is probably going to slide into a more of a role, even though he is being available for trade. I assume if he stays, he's going to play like a big bench role for them. And then Amen's going to have to step up and all that. So, but I do think that at the core on paper, this is a championship team.
Yeah. Another aspect of that is that you kept a lot of key players that you can also trade in the future if you want to. Like you can get a lot of assets for Sengun and Thompson if you choose to go that route. So you still are lucrative in what assets that you have, and you still have picks to give as well. So if they want to make a full-on push for a veteran team, they can do that as well. So they have options. Omari's here.
Oh, is he? All right, hold on.
Yeah, he's in the.
Any thoughts, Gabe, on the Rockets side of things?
Bro, Rockets highway robbed for Kevin Durant. I mean, Jalen Green's gonna ball out wherever he goes, so it doesn't even matter. I don't got to preface too much on him, but I said it, like I'll say it again, just to double down. I think the Rockets are scary this year. I really do. I think they match up well with a lot of teams in the West. Even if someone was to make it from the East, that was very scary. I think the Rockets are well equipped to handle anyone that comes their way. Man, they just got a top 5 player, but they're chilling, or top 7 player, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I think. You got thoughts, Omari? You got thoughts on this?
Yeah, I think that at first I was really high on KD in the trade and the Rockets, but I seen KD was beefing with Lil B on Twitter.
All right, get him out of here, bro.
When you get cursed by Lil B, I mean, it's hard to believe in a team that, has a curse by Lil B. Do you see what happened to him when he was cursed?
Yeah, he won 2 championships. He won 2 championships.
That was after.
Oh, okay. Still cursed. The curse never leaves you.
No, in all reality, though, obviously I think the Rockets win the trade with somebody like KD. Like Jalen Green, he has that potential, but if you want to take it off what he was giving him, and Dylan Brooks is a solid player. He's a good defender, one of the better defenders in the league. But it's basically they added KD for not that big of a subtraction to the team. You know what I mean? So yeah. I think that I do also agree that Aman's going to step up this year. Tari Eason's looked really good last year. Towards the end, they expect Reed Shepard to take a jump.
Or trade him too if you want.
Yeah, so it's they should have a solid team. They're second seed already, so I don't see why they're not at least a top 3. You know what I mean? If not the first.
Yeah. From the Suns' perspective, though, I want to add that this is a wake-up call for Jalen Green. If you performed in the playoffs this year and didn't give 3 single-digit performances, they definitely wouldn't have traded you. That for a fact, they wouldn't have traded you. So you got to wake up and see that, okay, this is time for me to take the game seriously. People were talking about how his work ethic wasn't the greatest. He's a good player, but he's not focused on the game at some times. So people are talking bad about you. You have a perfect opportunity in Phoenix to get some shots up and become the player that you're supposed to be. You're still a young player. Me and Gabe still believe that he's going to be one of the best shooting guards in the league. and this is his wake-up call for sure.
Yep.
And Phoenix is the best opportunity for him to do so.
Yep. 100% agree.
Yeah, Phoenix is lucky they had a good draft because before the draft, I like the moves they made with getting Maluach and trading for Mark Williams. So you got some type of value there in the big man market because you had nobody really there. And I like the moves that they made there. But before that, man, the team was looking ugly. You were looking at a starting lineup of Devin Booker, Jalen Green, Bradley Beal, and Dylan Brooks. That team should not even be allowed to play 82 games, okay? We
Nick
shouldn't even
Richards.
let that team on the fucking court for that
I know
long, okay?
AAU teams that'll beat that team.
Yeah.
And I still think they're not going to be very good next year. But at least they filled up their depth a little bit. Jalen Green, man, I think if he doesn't get it together here, which I don't really believe he will, because I don't see how he thrives in this environment unless Devin Booker kind of becomes like a primary point guard, which I don't think is going to happen. You got Bradley Beal off the bench. I don't know if he's going to stay there, if they're going to try to trade him or buy him out or whatever, but he's going to, I mean, I don't know because we'll see because he probably doesn't want to leave anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really high on the Phoenix Suns next year. I mean, I think the trade again for them kind of iffy. They could have got better players that fit them better. I'm not a fan of Jalen Green, especially not next to Devin Booker and Bradley Beal. Even if he is without Bradley Beal, I don't like this for him. I don't like this for his development. I mean, maybe he could learn something from Devin Booker, but they play really similar games, and Devin Booker's just like better at everything than him. I think you kind of need more of a traditional point guard or a more aggressive defensive guard next to him. I mean, you do have Dylan Brooks, but then it's like, okay, who plays at the 3? You're going to throw Bradley Beal out there? I don't think Grayson Allen. Then you're undersized. So I do like what the Suns did in the draft, but at the end of the day, they're still going to be one of the bottom teams in the West, in my opinion. So,
yeah, I agree with you there. I feel like team composition isn't the greatest for like winning games. It's more of like rec center basketball where you just shoot the basket. That kind of leads me to ask you guys, like, when do you think Devin Booker asks out, or does he even ask out of Phoenix?
It's a good question because I don't know if he, I think he wants to be in Phoenix, but I don't think he wants to stay for another rebuild because it was so many years he was playing with the 3-point guard lineups. He was there when they were winning 17, 21 games. He had 3 different head coaches, 3 straight seasons. So I don't know if he can take another cycle of that. So I don't really know, but I do know he wants to be in Phoenix if he can help it. It's just that the Suns situation right now, how long is it before they're actually somewhat competitive, That's really the big question. And I don't know.
He's out in 2 years. I'm calling it here.
Could be.
I honestly think it's sooner. I think he's going to ask for a trade at the deadline, depending on how bad it is. I feel like that's the perfect time to ask. You're in your prime. You can score on 3 levels.
But you don't trade a player like that at the deadline. It's got to be off-season move because nobody's like forking.
It depends on how desperate teams are. If you can get 5 first-round picks for a team that wants to compete now for Devin Booker, because he can help your team. He'll help any team, like from a scoring perspective, because I feel like he fits effortlessly on any roster because he can score on any level. So if you're a team that feels like you can make a championship push and you get Devin Booker, who's a superstar, like a top 3 shooting guard in the league, in my opinion, I feel like that'll help you win. And then there's no like negative energy towards Devin Booker asking out. The team has like 4 wins at the deadline, and they're not really doing anything. So I feel like you're kind of wasting his talent in Phoenix if you're not winning any games this year, and I don't expect him to. So I feel like perfect time to ask out is during the deadline.
I just don't know if you get the assets from at the deadline that you want to. So I don't think it'd be smart. But
I think this team is going to be like bottom of the barrel, man.
Yep.
I mean, I don't see him making the playoffs personally. The Spurs got better,
or
other
playing.
teams getting better. The Thunder are still there. We talked about the Rockets, the Mavs.
Pelicans, maybe.
I give him 11.
Yeah, Pelicans
like
maybe.
Same as this year.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you never know. Jalen Green could will them to the playoffs. I believe
he's not willing anything.
He was second seed last year. He was second seed
by
last
his
year.
girlfriend's fucking.
He was second seed
trick,
last
dude.
year.
Like,
I believe so. Second seed scoring the most points on that team, Doug. Gabe 20 points per game on the second seed. He learned some winning habits. He made
the highlight of his career, unfortunately.
Hassan, there's a light hitting your face the whole time you talk.
That's
I don't know if you
saying.
noticed.
Like, that nigga got the Jesus.
Like every time you talk, there's a strip of light in the middle of your
got
face.
that Jesus glow.
Yeah. All right,
back up, close the blinds, bro.
It's the blinds.
That's what it used to look like when niggas was first going Super Saiyan.
You just glowing?
Yeah, it started glowing hella bright.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but Jalen Green is awful. That's really all I have to say about that.
That's better.
I'll agree to disagree for now.
We'll see.
That's
He'll
all I can
prove you
say.
guys wrong. This is the perfect moment for him to step
Yes,
up.
sir.
But damn, they
Year
didn't want
three.
me anymore.
Year 3 approving of Jalen.
You guys stay on that side. You guys stay on that side.
I'm not
Yeah.
even. I'm neutral.
I'm comfortable
I'm just
over here.
saying.
I've
Like
been
I'm like I'm
chilling
just
on
waiting.
this.
I'm waiting for him to do it. I'm not gonna be like, oh, he
All right,
nice.
you're cool, Omari. You're cool.
Like like he's playing. He's like okay right now. Like
But
He
you
can
can't
get better.
say
But you
say
see the
Keontae
vision.
George is
You
better
see
than
the
him. He's gonna be
vision.
better
I don't
than
think
him.
They're
I don't think
re-signing
he'll-
Jay Sean
I'm not
Tate
as
over him.
serious
Think
as
about
him.
that.
I see the vision.
I
Rockets
don't
don't
think
see
that
the
he'll
vision.
never be a good player ever. Like
I mean, he already had a good season, 20 points per game on second
I
season.
mean, yeah, but being a good player
he just
is
failed in the
not
playoffs.
consistency.
It's
He had
fine.
a
It's
40
growing,
bomb.
growing
He had a
pains.
40 bomb in the playoffs. I'll never
Great.
He
forget.
played for
40 bomb.
Ignite,
That's
but
a
he
flashes.
ain't
Flashes
got a good.
of- flashes of
He
greatness.
averaged 13
I'm never
points and one of
forgetting.
them was 40. Like,
40. That's a big 40.
You know how much it would be without the 40. Like
Flashes
Like, he
of
did it,
greatness,
though.
though. Yeah. Facts. What about Keontae George?
Your
Let's
running
talk about
Davis
him
says
and
he's
his
supposed to take
replacement,
out outliers.
Ace Bailey, who's taking his spot.
They don't play the same position.
Both
Ace
guards,
Bailey.
though.
No, they're not. Ace Bailey's not a guard.
So they said on the trades, or how tall is he?
Like
6'8".
When they
6'10".
drafted him, they said he was a
Well, he
guard.
was listed at 6'10" in college, but 6'8".
He's a forward. Let's not get it. See, this is why. How about we get
6'8".
into the draft?
6'8".
Yeah, let's see how much y'all really know. How much?
Yeah, I think it's on
Give me
the
y'all
left.
favorite draft pick from this draft besides Cooper Flag.
Dylan Harper,
Besides the top 2 fucking picks,
Edge
top
comb.
3 picks,
VJ.
Edgecombe.
Yeah, VJ.
top 3 picks. You guys name the top 3 consensus draft picks. Give me somebody that you liked in
I
the
like
in
VJ
the
because he FTC.
Ronnie
that's why.
James.
Oh, there you go. Good one, Gabe. Good one.
nobody
I'm
can
sorry.
give
I
me a
actually have a
draft
good
pick
one
they
that I
like.
like.
Colin
I
Coward.
like. I think his name is Carter Bryant.
Oh,
Spurs
yeah,
drafted him
the
at
Spurs
14.
Okay,
Yeah,
what
I
you know
like
about him? Tell me about Carter Bryant.
I heard that he's a great player that can play. That's like teachable. He's coachable, and that he can play the wing. He's a forward, right?
Yep. What are his strengths and weaknesses?
Defense and shooting the 3, right? And that's
Yep.
like the top 2 strengths.
Yeah,
I know
he's a
ball
3
on
and
the ball.
deep wing.
Yeah.
Knuckles,
So
that nigga
going
was
to the
nice,
Spurs
too.
is definitely like the best situation because they'll coach you up to be a certain type of player in a military type of system that they have out there. So I feel like he'll be a great addition to the team. And I already like Dylan Harper too because I feel like he has star potential. And I was telling Omari, I think he should come off the bench and be a 6th man since you already have De'Aaron Fox and Stephon Castle. I feel like he can help the team win now being a 6th man and then grow into a starter over the years. But scoring off the bench because he's a great scorer and defender will really help him grow. So I feel like that's the best chance for the Spurs to win right now if they're keeping De'Aaron Fox and Castle.
You know,
I think they won the draft.
Yeah, I
Spurs.
like that. I like that shout on Carter Bryant. He was projected to go a little higher, but he's a typical 3-and-D wing, 3-and-D prospect that you would kind of look for to pair alongside a Wemby and a De'Aaron Fox and a Dylan Harper. So him going at 14 is kind of a steal for them, knowing what they needed. I like that pick. What else? What about you, Omari? Who's your favorite draft pick?
I got one.
I like young Charlotte YN.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Knuckle.
Okay,
Good
he's just
one.
going number 1, 2, 3, 4. He just named the top 4.
That's a
Was
good
he like
pick,
7?
though, for
I thought he was
Charlotte.
like 7 or something. Where was he?
He was
he
like
was
6,
good. He was
7, maybe.
6?
What do you
He's
like
fourth.
about him? What do you like about him? What position
Oh,
does
I
he
think
play?
he's just a shooter. I know he's a wing. He's a guard. Like a
Yeah, I'm
shooter.
pretty sure he's a
He's
great
guard.
shooter.
But,
40% shooter.
Yeah, that nigga's just cash. Yeah, I saw him in the tournament when
Okay, respect.
Yeah,
I
the
got
one
one.
Which is
game
kind
I
of
saw
what,
Cooper
like,
Flag play.
kind of what the Hornets need. A really good shooter, wing player that they can rely on for 3 because everybody else is all over the place on that team. So we'll see how he affects the team. But it's a good pick for Charlotte.
How about you, Gabe? Who's your favorite prospect?
I'll do
from the
the
first
arrow.
round?
Bro's a demon.
Who?
I'll do the arrow. He's a
Can you
demon.
name a first round pick and not just the Lakers players?
That's the first pick we had, so I gotta
obviously
give.
know all the Lakers.
That's the
niggas, but,
first
No,
like,
no,
pick we
I
had,
said
so
give
I
me a
gotta name
first
him.
round pick. Who's your favorite first round pick?
I know
Cooper
the draft
Flag.
niggas.
Dude, I said not the top 3 picks.
Bro, you really asking me about this, bro?
Yeah, I'm asking you, man.
Bro,
You gotta give me some insight for the
I was
fans.
busy
bro.
during the draft. I don't know where people went, bro.
Damn.
That's
You
tough.
can't name one player outside the
Ace
top
Bailey
3.
is
You're
pretty
an
good,
NBA
bro.
podcaster.
Ace Bailey.
There you go. He got his guy.
Oh yeah,
That's outside the top 4.
All right, we're gonna hold you to Ace Bailey. You're Ace Bailey guy. We're gonna hold
Okay.
you to him.
Yes, Mr. Ace
You,
Bailey.
you gonna be riding him his whole career.
Whoa. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
down. I mean, I could ride him, but that's not the thing.
Nah, bro.
some of my favorite picks. I liked the Magic pick, Jace Richardson at 25, the son of Jason Richardson, former NBA player, also played for the Magic. He's a shooter, so that's another guard they needed for shooting. I like the pick. He's a good off-ball player as well, so that's something that's going to be useful for them. Nick Clifford going to Sacramento, that's a good pick for him. They need a guard after not losing De'Aaron Fox and really having nobody outside of Zach LaVine, so that's good for them. And I like Hassan said, I do like Carter Bryant because I thought he should have gone a little bit higher as a 3-and-D wing. That's very valuable. And the Portland Trailblazers, I'm not saying I like this pick, but these fools took a swing and tried to draft Chinese Jokic. I saw some of his tape. It looked kind of crazy, but we'll see how it translates to the NBA. He's really slow-footed. And we just don't know with the speed of the game if what he did in China is going to translate to the NBA. But his mixtape looks crazy. That's all I'm gonna say.
3 centers on that team.
Hey man, if you think you got Chinese Jokic, I don't care. You can draft the 4th center, bro. We got our guy.
And they traded away Simons too. I don't know what the hell that team is
blocks in
doing.
China.
Did he?
So
Or are you just talking? Something like
nah,
that.
he did have the most. I think so. He was the most blocks in his league.
Who did?
The Chinese dude.
I mean, yeah, he's fucking playing in China. Like no one else there.
So hey, nigga,
You get drafted.
You better. That's why you get drafted, because you're the best in China. No one else playing there. Yeah, most of these guys in college, there's a lot of French prospects in this year's draft. Noah Senge for the Bulls, who looks promising. I liked him as a center prospect for the Lakers.
I heard the Nets had like a terrible draft. They drafted all 5 first-round picks.
The Nets drafted 3 4-point guards that can't shoot. Ben Serra from Israel, Nolan Traore from France, and then their first pick, who I actually like, Igor Demin from BYU. But again, they're all like the similar mold of prospect of like big guards that can like pass really well, have a good feel for the game, but have no jump shot, kind of lack explosiveness. So it was just really repetitive, like them taking their first 3 picks, literally the same mold of player. So
I draft 5 first-rounders. Trade something for the future. Like I guess Cam Thomas is a.
They didn't do bad in the draft,
but still like.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. They drafted a whole starting lineup basically. Like
then
you could have traded for a future first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Took another reroll next year, but
sorry, they're the losers of the draft.
Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna say them. And looking at the Pelicans, I don't know if y'all peeped the trade they made with the Hawks, but they traded their next year's unprotected first to get Derek Queen at 13, who I like a lot. I like him as a center prospect, even though he's a little undersized. He has a really good feel for the game. Like you just watch him play, and you're like, oh, this guy just like knows how to play basketball. So, and he's a good shot creator as a center. But again, you traded next year's first round pick, which who of us here thinks the Pelicans are making the playoffs? You know what I mean? None of us.
Especially in the West.
Why did you trade your guaranteed lottery pick to draft someone at 13, which is a bottom of the lottery pick as it is, you know?
Yeah.
In the West, of all places, like
because you got a 13th pick for 2 draft picks.
Yeah,
and you traded your 23rd pick and your next year. So it's like, bro, Derek Queen got to be fucking the best player in franchise history.
Literally.
Yeah, and DeJounte Murray, I don't think he's coming back for a while. You drafted Fears, Jordan Poole, like,
and that's not even. I don't even. And let me talk about Fears too, because he's another undersized guard. So I like Poole and DeJounte next to each other because they have like skill sets that can coexist. You drafted another undersized point guard, 6'2", like 180, Jeremiah Fears, he's gonna like impede on Jordan Poole's minutes. And if you're gonna play him together for the beginning of the year, y'all are gonna get cooked on defense. So you know it's just a bad situation in New Orleans, I think.
We don't even know when DeJounte is gonna come back. So.
Trey Murphy might not be there to start the season. If I recall, he got hurt at the end of the year. So Herb Jones was hurt too. So fucking knows if he's coming back to start the year. Like,
no, we need Herb. We don't have Herb.
Yeah, we'll see. Who knows? But yeah, good trade for the Hawks. They get an unprotected first round pick, and they traded for KP. I kind of like the lineup that they have with Ricochet, Trae Young. Who's their shooting guard right now?
Dyson Daniels.
Yep. Now KP at the center, so that would at least a shot in the West, in the weak East. Then you have another
I
draft
like
pick.
this team
Yeah,
for the
they're gonna
Hawks
go
too.
make
I
the
think this is the
playoffs.
best team they got since the 2021 run. You got Trey Young with a bunch of good defenders. You got a Kongwu. You got Kristaps Porzingis now. You got Dyson Daniels. You got Jalen Johnson coming back. You got Reese Shea, who's a promising defender. So, hey, the Hawks, especially with the East next season, I wouldn't be surprised to see them like take a jump next year. I like what they've done on the offseason. Just sneakily, like, got Porzingis for like a couple second-round picks. You know, the draft trades they made. They got an unprotected first rounder next year from the Pelicans. I like the guy they drafted, Drake Powell, as well. So I think I like what the Hawks have done. They could be a sneaky good team next year.
So, yeah, especially if Porzingis stays healthy. We'll see.
Yeah.
Well, we got to talk about this Ace Bailey situation, though, about him potentially not showing up to Utah, or like apparently he hasn't shown up to the Jazz's facility yet, and he has until Monday to make a decision about playing
He
or
said,
not.
"I ain't
I guess
never
it's
heard
good.
Jazz."
What
again in my
happens
life."
if he does not show up?
He's gonna
Just
show
get paid.
up. He's just gonna show
pretty
up.
much he has to show up because the Utah Jazz
Yeah,
have all like not.
they own him.
I'm not gonna say problems, but they have like all the power in the
Yeah.
situation.
There's nothing he can do.
He
He literally
can't do
can't
that.
play NBA basketball if he doesn't play.
Yeah,
for
he's
the
a Jazz or
That's
he's
But
not
then
even
how do
good.
the Jazz get compensated for this? Because they drafted like a guy who doesn't want to play. What happens to the Jazz when they
nothing.
get?
Nothing
Nothing.
happens to the Jazz. He literally goes to play for them. That's the only thing that can happen.
doesn't
Unless he
get
doesn't
paid.
want to
Probably
play in the
compensate
NBA
them, too.
anymore and go want to fucking work at Walmart. He can do that.
I bet you the
But
league will compensate them too.
I still think it's a kind of a crazy situation for him to try to dictate a top 2 pick, try to dictate where he goes, and then maybe not show up. It's so much negative attention towards yourself
Yeah,
before you
it's
even
not
play,
worth
and
it.
I feel like that kind of gives you a negative aura towards your teammates as well when you go to Utah. Like people are already thinking about you in a negative way before you even play basketball, which kind of puts you in a negative position to begin
His
with.
reputation's
Utah's not even a
dropped.
bad team. Like he has all the opportunity to score and do everything for Utah and to blossom to be the best player over there. So I don't think it's a bad position to get drafted to either.
This is bad looks, bro. This is not
Yeah.
professional at all. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't. But honestly, I don't think it's on him. I think his agent and his management have just been steering him in the wrong direction. I understand to a degree him not wanting to go to the 76ers because it's like, all right, I'm gonna be playing behind Embiid, behind Maxey, Paul George. Like, I'm really not gonna be having the opportunity that I want. So I understand him like maybe missing out on a workout like that. But the fact that he's not working out for any team, like that don't make sense to me. You know what I mean? Like you got to work out for these bum teams that you're going to be the star of, whether it's the Wizards or the Pelicans or whatever, the Jazz included. Like you're going to be the star player of the team, and I think you just got to do your due diligence. And I think he's just been getting some bad advice because again, I kind of do get like wanting to control where you go because again, if you go to the 76ers and you're a fucking role player for the first 3 years, it's going to hurt the money that you can make in your NBA potential. So I understand that aspect, but he's just not handling it the right way either by just not showing up anywhere.
I feel like the basketball gods, like they finna. I feel like BJ Edgecombe is gonna end up being like a star, and then what's his name's gonna go to the Jazz and like fall off.
Yeah, I feel like talent always rules all. You always have as a top pick, you always have an opportunity to showcase your skills and or get minutes to showcase it. Like you'll be like on the bench for a couple. I wouldn't even say a year. Like Paul George is on the trade market. Paul George gets traded, and you get an opportunity to play for Paul George's position. Like this is like a 1-year window. Joel Embiid gets hurt again. They're done with that project. Like the 76ers timeline is not long enough for him to complain about being on that team because he'll get opportunity there at some point in his rookie career. So like the opportunity will come at some point for him. So he should have just worked out and let everything fall into place. Like even Dylan Harper's not in the best position with Castle and De'Aaron Fox being there, but he still worked out. He still did everything the right way, and I feel like his opportunity will come to him because the talent's already there, you know.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, it's just bad looks. You're already starting on a negative foot going into the
Already
NBA,
is,
which
too.
is it's already hard to be an NBA player and even become a star in the NBA.
Who's the last
Yeah.
person that did this that I could recall? I can't recall. Or there, I know there is, but who's the last person that did it?
To this extent, like I don't know.
I can't remember.
They keep bringing up Steve Francis where he just said, I refuse to be drafted. I don't remember by what team, but he just he didn't. He
Look
just
at
said,
Steve Francis now. Where is he? China legend.
He was good in the NBA for a bit.
Tigers.
Again, I don't think it's anything on Ace Bailey necessarily, unless he's the one calling the shots. Although I doubt it, he's an 18-year-old kid. I think
He's
it's just
still an actor,
whoever he got to manage him is not it, bro. Like you got to fire that dude. He almost cost you your fucking NBA career. Like you got to Go
Very
get
costly
Rich
money.
Paul or something, bro. Because this ain't it. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Because I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt, even though like you probably should have been like, yo, I still want to work out for them. But when you're a kid that young and like you're going into the NBA, you're probably listening to your agent who's telling you like, oh, I manage players. This is the best thing for you to do. Don't work out. We're gonna get you where you want. So like, I think it's just his management, which he has. I don't know if y'all been seeing who his manager is. He look like he don't know what the fuck he's doing.
He's what's his name, son
respectfully,
or father, and a future Sharif Cooper. Sharif Cooper.
Yeah, Sharif Cooper, who
father.
he had the craziest fall off too. I don't know why you trust that guy, but
we'll see how this plays out.
He just needs better management. He just needs to like tell motherfuckers, forget about what you're talking about. I'm gonna want to go hoop. That's it.
Yeah. Hopefully he shows up to Utah and plays in the summer league. Who balls out? We'll see.
Instead, if he doesn't show up on Monday, like
no
like
paper.
He's in actual trouble. Yeah.
Yeah. So. But we'll see. We didn't even talk about Cooper Flag and what that does for the Mavericks as the number one pick. Do you see the Mavs as championship contenders when Kyrie comes back, or what does like the future look like for the Mavericks?
Well, I think championship contender depends on Cooper. Like, I think
they're saying
he is living up to like his potential, then I'll say yeah, because that's like a crazy team. You know what I mean?
It's a great.
He has to be a good part of it.
Yeah, it's a good situation to get drafted to. You already have Anthony Davis, top 10, 12 player that's already guiding you. Jason Kidd, great coach. Kyrie coming, like even if he's injured, he's still giving you a lot of insight on basketball from his perspective.
Like, you get half the year with more reps. So
yeah,
like,
exactly.
They have a pretty good deep team too.
Yeah, Klay Thompson, shooter, Najee Marshall. They're built off defense for sure. With Gafford, they extended him as well.
I think
if he gives you like a good 17-7 rookie season, that's good enough for you to get to conference finals. If Kyrie's still the same,
I want to say if Kyrie's still the same, everyone's
like, Kyrie's gonna miss most of the year. I wouldn't rely on it this season.
He's gonna be back like January or so.
January. We'll see if AD holds up too, man. We'll see if AD holds up. Yeah, I feel like it extends the window for sure for Nico Harrison's decision of getting Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving.
Bro. So you have like the draft party. There was the other Fire Nikos too.
Were they?
Like, there's in the arena watching the draft, and they were drafting Cooper Flag, and they were talking about Fire Nico.
They got lucky.
I mean, yeah, they looked into that first overall pick, saved Nico's job because now he looks like a genius because he got Cooper Flag and AD. But
yeah,
had he got the third pick and had to get VJ Edgecombe, respect to Edgecombe, I think he's nice, but we're not thinking about the Mavericks slightly in the same way.
Yeah, exactly.
Is Cooper Flag even gonna be like that, bro? I know you guys are telling me, but like,
just go watch his tape, bro. You could decide that for yourself. I've seen
some of his highlights. I'm not like that impressed though.
He's a good.
Not watching the right highlights, buddy.
What are his strengths? Like, what is he really good at?
He can do everything, honestly.
He's the best player in college basketball, and he was 17 years old. I don't know what else I have to say.
Yeah, he's 18 now.
I don't know, bro. He's not like what's the word, like tested? He has to be tested. You don't think
it's generational?
I don't know. From the highlights I saw, I don't think so. I think it's like he's definitely better than Ricochet, I'll say that. But like other than that, like the last number 1 overall picks, I think are good, like on that same tier. So
I think he's better than Zion.
Yes.
Cooper Flag, he is not in the college days.
I will put a stamp on it right now. He's gonna have a better career than Zion Williamson, easily.
I think so too.
Not even close.
College Zion was better in my opinion.
He has less holes than Zion in his game, in my opinion.
Plus, he can shoot.
He literally can do everything. He's a versatile. He can defend. He's high energy. He could play the point. He could play the wing.
Jason Tatum. So he's like Jason Tatum.
Yeah, it's a good comp.
Can he be better than Tatum, or is he gonna be like not be reach Tatum? Tatum's
very good. He's 17 years old and he's 6'9", like 220. So probably could be better than Tatum.
It's possible, yeah.
Tatum's very good.
Tatum's a good player, man.
Tatum's a great player. Tatum's a great player.
Great player.
Yeah.
See, I don't.
He had to get to this point. Cooper Flag, he got that natural basketball instinct.
Yeah. Let's see. It's
a great position for a first round pick or first overall pick, though, man. You get to go to a team that's already like
winning franchise. W spot.
You get to learn from 2 all-time greats, 3 all-time greats, I guess.
Yeah,
like 4. Kidd, Davis, Kyrie.
I guess Kidd, sure.
Play.
Yeah, Jason Kidd's a great.
He is.
Great.
But he's a coach. I wasn't counting him. That's your fucking
But he
job,
could,
bro.
his kid's play style could benefit thing a lot if he's gonna be like an all around type of player. Kid could like.
He's
help
gonna
him,
play point guard for them until Kyrie comes back.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Kid could lock him in.
I think they're looking for some guys. I have a list of players that we can talk about where they should go, but they're looking for a point guard on the MLE.
Cooper
Until
Flagg's
Kyrie-
your point guard, brother. Cooper Flag and then sign like
Brother,
Brandon
Brother,
Williams.
give
for,
Cooper
uh,
Flag the ball, brother.
Mike Conley and Guangdong D'Lo Russell.
Oh yeah,
D'Lo.
I remember that. 'Cause they
I'll
have
never
back
give
of
D'Lo a
five-
contract
Shanghai
again.
D'Lo.
They have like 5 M's for MLE.
MLE, yeah, they're trying to get a guard.
So they have like
He ain't gonna
CP,
start though, so it don't matter.
Yeah,
Think
yeah,
about
probably not.
CP, think about D'Lo.
I'll bring in Brandon Williams back. I don't even care about none of those other guys. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, Brandon Miller
I
was
would
like
bring
a
CP if he
Kyrie.
wanted to go.
He
Yeah,
got
CP
handled.
might get a
bro.
lot of
Just
money.
Watch
I
his
feel like a lot
fucking
of
game.
people-
Brandon Williams is nice. He's better than D'Lo today.
He's more of a combo guard though, not a playmaker. More of a
Bro,
scorer.
this dude Cooper Flag better not average like 3-4 turnovers, bro. Else I'm gonna be pissed for you, Hassan.
Yeah.
Why? Why me?
Because you're telling me he's like the answer to basketball or something.
I never said that. I
That's
say
no one
that.
said
basketball
that.
is crazy.
We said he's better than
You
Zion.
guys are
yeah.
making him
He is
sound
really
like he's gonna be like a god.
He might
He's
be.
a good player.
There's no way you guys say he might. This is so crazy.
We don't know. Do you think I can see the future into the future?
Yeah, future sight, bro.
Just project what you see from the past or what you see from now, like his college tape,
I guess.
stats.
I don't
He's
know.
let me think. He go over not Wemby. He might go over Paolo. Maybe. That's a conversation. Even though we know how good Paolo is, but
As a-
coming out of
Paolo's a little
college,
hyped up, though.
coming out of college, Coop got more hype than Paolo.
Yeah, coming out of high school, Coop got more than Paolo.
Well, yeah.
Paolo wasn't even hyped because people were saying Chet should have went number 1, I guess, until the draft, combine, and all of that process went through. And
I always
Paolo
thought it was
got
Paolo
solidified
personally,
number one.
but I know people were saying.
Do you remember the
that.
conversation for Jabari?
Yeah, Jabari Smith too. I
He
think he
was
would have
in the
went over
combo.
Cade. He would have went over Cade too.
Maybe.
Ooh, maybe.
You know, Cade was really good. Yeah, I mean,
Cade
he's
was really
hyped
good.
up, and he's a good player though. It's rightfully so.
Yeah.
So
We'll see what happens. Like, what comp would this be? Like, Cade going to what team that's already like kind of set with a big
It's also like somebody that
76ers
needed him.
MVP Embiid,
MVP Embiid, bruh.
Tyrese Maxey, I guess.
Bruh.
When he was the MVP,
I don't know about MVP Embiid.
or like Denver. I know Denver won the.
That's
chip
another
that year,
MVP. No,
though. I'm just thinking of like a good
The Heat,
situation. that I
maybe.
can
The
compare.
Heat.
he's
I
not
don't
a
know.
big though.
You think that thing of a good team? It's only good teams that have like one down year and they just end up getting a really good pick. You know what I mean?
Winning
Like,
year
top
next
pick.
year.
Mm.
Because the landing spot is huge for him because there's no pressure for him to like really do anything, and he's gonna get easy looks because of who's around. So I'm saying like if Cade had a really good big that just like 8 down low would be a good comp.
Ooh,
Can't think of a team though.
Abdemayo.
Abdemai.
Kings. The King. Sabonis. Nah, I don't like Sabonis.
Sabonis is good. He's just not.
He's
like,
good. It's just like when I want to get like a center to win, I don't know why Sabonis doesn't come up. Like he's a good player.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just.
He gives
he's
you like
just good.
20. He gives like 20, 11, and 8, but like whatever.
He's
I don't know.
yeah, I know what you're saying. Stat
Sound like some
stat
haters.
sheet stuff.
He's a stat demon.
Y'all sound like some haters.
He's good for
I don't-
fantasy, right? Hus?
What'd you say?
He's good for fantasy, right? You want him on your team?
Man, every year, first round pick. He might get traded too. We'll see where he goes.
Hmm.
All right, I had a list of players you guys want to see, like top free agents go.
Yes.
So where do you want to see these top free agents go? You mentioned him earlier, Chris Paul. What do you think is the best fit team wise for Chris Paul?
A retirement home. No, I'm kidding.
The Lakers.
Chris
I
Paul.
don't
Where,
know.
could
I don't
he-
actually think he won't be good on the Lakers. Coming off the bench, you come off the bench on any
Yeah,
team.
I don't-
where do we want Chris Paul to go, to like push for
Yeah, just
championship
put the
help
under
or
on.
just like cruise? What is he gonna do? He
Well,
can't
help
do
the
too
team,
much.
of course.
Yeah, but like, is he gonna help like the team like develop, or is he gonna go help push for a championship? You know what I mean?
What do you what do you think?
I
he's
don't
good
know.
Backup
He's
point
hella
guard off the
old.
bench. A backup
He
point
should
guard.
go back to the Thunder.
Thunder. Yeah, that's what I was thinking
For? Yeah,
of.
Thunder wouldn't be bad.
Hell no.
Finish his career.
Yeah, give him a best shot of a ring, right?
That would kinda
I feel like
like-
another good team would be like the Knicks. I feel like Jalen Brunson's more of a scoring guard. You get Chris Paul there to kind of calm things down, be a playmaker there. help Mikal Bridges and OG get some easy shots. Even Cat too.
I'm
And
pretty sure
just
he
come
said
off
he
the
wanted to play in LA. So
Yeah.
Mavericks might not be
Clippers.
bad.
I
Mavericks.
saw a Clipper rumor too.
he should go back there. I wouldn't hate that. They need another point guard.
Him and
outside of
James Harden again. Well, brother, kill me now.
I'd say Mavericks. I think Mavericks might be good for a little bit. Another like which is a 1 year contract. Play with
Then he
Clay,
can
D,
up there,
Cooper,
bro.
Flag.
I actually like him on the Clippers now that I think about it. He should just go back there.
No.
Would he be
His
just a
kids are
bench
in
player?
LA too. Yeah, anywhere he goes will
I
be
mean,
off
yeah,
the
he's
bench.
never gonna start anywhere else.
Yeah, he's done.
Never?
He's
Never?
not starting.
Lakers should go for more of like a Lonzo Ball, more defensive oriented guard. I think we
He
need
should
more
go for
defensive
Lonzo, but I think
defenders.
he
I would
should
love
be
Lonzo Ball.
I don't think he wants to go back there though.
I'm sure he doesn't give a fuck. That's like
He's always welcome.
Jeannie's not even here. Like, come on down. Well, she is, but
Yeah, it's a whole different like. Rob's still there, but he wasn't as big as he
it wasn't
was.
Magic. Magic was the one saying your jersey's gonna be in the rafters one day.
It's like you see those jerseys up there, you're gonna be
Number 2 is gonna be hanging next to Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh my god, dude! I remember these
Next thing you
clips,
know, a
bro.
year later, he
It's a
trades him.
prophecy.
chips
It's a
him.
prophecy.
I was so
bro.
bought
He's gonna
in.
Be back.
Dude, that era, I was so bought in. I was so invested when he was doing that
Nah,
shit.
I believe that Lonzo for real.
Dude,
Triple B, he's on the man.
Magic made me like believe
Dude,
Lonzo was the
dude.
answer.
He said, "I can't, but I can."
Can my brothers come and play Magic? Can my brothers be on the team?
No.
Nah, LaMelo on the Lakers would been crazy.
Oh, and the Clippers would be crazy too.
Jello and any NBA team would have been crazy.
Jello and Penitentiary would be
Penitentiary.
crazy.
All right,
Oh,
next
man.
guy, Miles Turner, free agent.
Omari, I
He's
wonder
going
what
to
you.
stay. Just stay.
Yeah, he should stay.
Yeah, he's just.
Yeah,
saying,
but
no one-
You
no
just
one
made the
else
finals,
appreciate it.
brother.
Yeah, you made the finals, but you can get a bigger bag somewhere else. What if the
No,
Lakers-
no.
He could make
No,
more
he-
money. That's true.
No, he's
Yeah.
No, he couldn't. Actually think I don't even care. Just take. I mean, unless they're disrespecting you, they won't. They're gonna pay you fairly. Just take that because you're not gonna get a bigger role. You're not gonna look better anywhere else. You fit perfectly with the Pacers.
Right.
They can deal with your
You've been
lack
there your
of
whole career.
rebounding. No other
Right.
team is gonna be
Yeah.
okay with that.
Yeah, that's facts.
So they
You can
can
watch for
offset
longer
his
career.
assness. Is that what you're saying? They can offset.
He's not
his
even ass.
assness?
He just doesn't rebound like a center. Like if he comes to the Lakers and we expect him to fucking pull down rebounds, we're gonna be pissed off.
Why are you on the 3-point line, bro? Grab a board. Stick on
I
the
thought you
wing.
can prolong your career too. If you stay on the same team for so long, just do the UDON role. Get paid $1 million a year.
And you get your
You're
jersey
21.
retired eventually. Like you've been there
Yeah.
for forever.
He's been there for a decade now. Crazy.
Yeah.
Surviving every trade rumor.
They literally, when they made the
Trade
finals,
rumors,
they were
yeah.
like, "Here, Unc, grab the mic," and he's like, "Guys, it's been 6 years."
6 long years. How do you feel, guys?
Yeah, he was like, "Guys, we made it." I remember guarding Kobe.
Nah, literally, that's crazy.
Another guy that had a good year or good end to the season, Josh Giddey. He's getting triple doubles on the Bulls.
He should stay too, bro.
Money.
Just stay.
Yeah,
You
let's
actually
say,
started
he-
figuring it out last year. Don't fuck it up.
Yeah. What team would like need him?
Mm,
I don't think teams can really afford him. That kind of.
I would say the Magic, but they just got Bane, and they're kind of already a log. I would have liked him there as their point guard, though. I think he would have fit, but I think
Yeah.
it's too late.
Knicks would have been good too, but they can't afford him either.
He needs to start, bro. Like he needs the ball in his hands. He needs to play make.
Yeah,
Stuff like because if you let him be off ball, like you're not even maximizing what he can actually do well.
Wait.
honestly.
Who's the point guard on the Kings?
Carter.
Yeah, I mean he could go to the Kings, but just at that point you're going to the fucking Bulls in the West. Like, just stay. Like, what are you doing?
They're already trying to trade Sabonis.
They need a
though.
point guard.
maybe the Bucks,
Look at
but
this.
his lack of shooting is bad. So I
Sacramento
would say
Bulls.
nah.
I mean the Kings has drafted a guard, so I don't know if they want this kid to
Nah,
be nice or something. But
I
Yeah,
was saying that because of Sacramento Bulls.
no one knows what the Kings are doing, bro.
honestly,
Even the Kings don't know what the Kings are doing.
facts.
Um,
All right, next player,
That's a good one.
my guy, Jonathan Kuminga, probably leaving, but he's gonna be leaving a signing trade.
Hey man, have fun in those beaches in Miami, brother.
yeah.
I don't even know what he does for Miami. But any team that's not the Warriors, I feel like he'll excel and give you at least like 17 to 20 points per game, depending on his role. Miami probably is the best destination for him, but Like, what are we getting back?
I don't think any team. I don't think any team that gets him, he's gonna do that. He needs to go to a specific team because if he goes to a team that doesn't use him correctly, he could average like 4 points and not fucking play basketball.
The
I
Wizards.
I think Miami's a good spot for him because he's a hustle energy guy. You know, they'll get him moving off the ball, put him in the right spot. I think they'll maximize his defensive potential as well. Yeah. So I like that for him because they kind of need like a forward. Like they keep rotating guys in and out the lineup. They got Hawkes in there. They got Jovic in there. They keep trying all these different players at that 4 spot, and I think Kuminga is like the type of guy they're looking for.
I like the Clippers too. I like the Clippers with Harden. I think he would like help him a lot.
I think I need more of a little lob threat than Kuminga is.
Kuminga get up.
He won't get as many touches either because
Zoo
had a really good season last year. Norman Powell still on the team. Kawhi. There's not enough touches for him to actually excel.
He's not like a pick and roll player. Like he's not going to do what Derrick Jones Jr. does. So
yeah, he's more of an ISO guy. I'm just thinking about what would the Warriors get back in that deal? Hawkes and like a Topic or something like that.
Yeah, whatever they were offering for Kate. What was that like? Hawkes, Jovic, some late picks, shit like that.
Yeah, I'll take Wiggins back. Come on,
the Nuggets.
Imagine
he's on the Nuggets.
I wouldn't hate Nuggets either, but they have Peyton Watson, who's like the fucking same player basically, just like a little worse.
He's a better Peyton Watson.
They do the same shit, but he's just better.
Kuminga's ceiling is like crazy.
Yeah, Kuminga has a higher ceiling for sure. Quentin Grimes, he actually earned himself some money at the end of the year. He might get paid somewhere. I just don't know where.
He should stay too.
Yeah, that's not bad. Him and VJ Edgecombe coming off the bench.
I mean, but outside of Maxey, I mean, actually they do have Jared McCain, but he's like a bigger guard. He's definitely more of a 2 guard. I would say. I mean, if you want a bigger role. He was there earlier, and it didn't work out. But the Pistons, like, go take over Malik Beasley role, become more of a dominant like guard. But I don't know. He was with the Pistons and he wasn't good with them. So
yeah, he earned himself some money. This year's free agency isn't as good as it was last year, but we'll see. It's more of a trade season, I feel like, than a signing season.
I don't know about the Grizzlies though, but actually he'd be good there because they need a shooting guard next to Ja, and I actually think
that's true. That can play.
What about Nuggets? Can he be good on the Nuggets?
I think they'll be able to afford him.
I think they need a defensive oriented guard like a KCP type, so he could play out Jamal Murray. I don't think he fits what they want necessarily, unless he wants to come off the bench. I don't mind that for him if he wants to be like a 6-man role. I think he would excel in that as well.
That would be good.
PCB. All right. Brooke Lopez. This is a big one.
Retires.
He should retire. He should fucking go.
He actually should be done. He's not the defensive threat he was.
I think the Warriors need him. They need a guy that can shoot threes and block shots.
Sure,
I bet you do.
Like 15 minutes for the Warriors.
Yeah, I feel like he'd be a great bench player for us.
Bro, he's gonna
space the floor like Quentin Post did, and who can actually like block shots.
Go play for Philly. Joel Embiid's definitely missing like 40 games, so you can get some minutes there.
If he misses 40 games this next year, he should straight up retire.
He's gonna miss
at least 20. He's gonna miss at least 20.
Hassan, what you said is very likely to happen. You think he hits 65?
Yeah, I think
that's crazy.
Why?
Actually, you know what? Fuck that. Go to the Pistons because they need a center that can shoot threes, and that's not Jalen Duren. Like that's not fucking just layups and dunks.
See, he's still valuable in the league because he can shoot the.
What if he goes to the Celtics and does what Porzingis used to do?
They already have Al Horford, bro. They don't need 2 Al Horford.
2 old head punks.
2 old heads sitting in the corner.
And then they got Luke Cornett too, bro. It's just like 3 of the same centers. Like, what are you gonna do?
All right, last one. Clint Capella.
Lakers. He's already a Laker, bro. He's already on his way to Los Angeles.
Brother, where's your sources, brother? Where is this coming from?
Bro, he's already in LA, bro. They just traded for Porzingis. They got Okongwu on the bench. They don't fucking need Capella. They forgot he's even on the team.
You have the image of the jersey? Yeah, where's the jersey? Where's the jersey swap of Capella and the Lakers?
I guarantee you, Rob Pelinka, that's the first signing when free agency opens. Capella is a Laker.
What did Rob say about like getting a center? He's like, I will not like rest or something. What did he say? He said something
he said, I won't rest till we get it right.
Till we fix the center situation. No, am I just saying that? Or like, I don't know.
Bro, I promise you, Lakers are signing Clint Capella as one of our on everything. He makes the most sense. That he can lob threat. He's probably gonna be cheap as hell. We don't have to pay nothing for him. Welcome to the team, brother.
Is he the only one we could get? Is there any other people out there?
For free, yes. Everyone else we'd have to trade for.
Trade for, yeah. He's the only
Who
dude.
can we trade for potentially? We should talk. I want to talk about that a little bit after
Nick
this segment.
Claxton.
Yeah, we can talk about that now.
Nick Claxton, is he on the menu on the
Yeah.
market?
Yeah, I feel like everybody on the Nets team should be on the
Yeah,
market. Honestly,
They
What's
just
it-
drafted a whole lineup, bro. They
What's
need
our
to
trade
some of
pack?
these guys.
What's our trade package looking like, Bez? What is it looking
Rui
like? Talk to me.
Hachimura has to be gone.
Yeah,
I think
has
Rui
to
is.
be-
I think Rui is automatically included anywhere, low key.
Yeah,
Just give us Walker Kessler, bro.
And
I
then
don't care.
I think Connect is inside the package too, Hassan. Connect is.
Yeah.
Depends on
or
who.
first. You're 29 first, I think it
Oh,
is.
stop giving up the first, bro.
You're gonna have
We
to.
got you.
I'd only give up the first for Kessler, not for Claxton.
I feel like Kessler's untouchable. No,
What?
No.
No, he ain't no fucking.
He's
He's on the
untouchable, bro.
Jazz. He's not untouchable.
They literally been trying to trade him for. Well, not trying to trade him, but
for
they've
like
been
4
offering
first.
him.
Though 4 first.
Yeah,
for
I'm
Walker
saying,
Kessler, it's not
I would
crazy.
give up the first for Kessler, but not for Claxton.
No, I'm saying 4 first-round picks. Like he's Rudy Gobert or something.
No. They're not
That's
gonna.
crazy.
They're retarded. They're not. They're
Yeah,
actually not
That's what I
asking.
heard the asking price was at the deadline.
No, they're not, bro. They're not that
The deadline,
delusional.
no, the deadline it was something stupid, but that's not
Yeah,
now.
for him. Yeah, things change. We'll see. They're trying to ship Laurie Marketing too. That's another one I wanted for the Warriors coming into last
Hey, we'll
season.
take them both. We'll take them both.
Facts, package deal.
Yeah, any package that the Lakers trade for a center has to be Rory, Connect, and a first, or depending on how much you want to give for a guy.
I'm cool with keeping the first if we can get like a Claxton. I think the only center on the market is Kessler. I haven't heard anybody's name else that's like worth that first. Even for Porzingis, if he was getting thrown around in the trade, I wouldn't have traded. I mean, he got traded for George Niang and a fucking late first round pick. So
Literally, dude.
But KP doesn't even play though.
Age confirmed.
For real,
Nah,
going
shit.
to 8 City. But
Going straight to
the thing about Claxton though, he can't shoot free throws, so he's just gonna be irrelevant going down this at the end of the year or the end of games in the playoffs. It's like Steven Adams.
Yeah.
Lob threat for Luka, I guess, for first 3 quarters, and then start hacking them.
yeah, Lakers about to get Clint Capella,
Another hack.
Brooke
hack artist.
Lopez, Kevon Looney. That's gonna be our center rotation.
Come on, dude.
Yeah. Well, that was it for the play. Oh, D'Lo, another guy. You said Mavericks. I feel like Mavericks. are the
China,
best.
Ni Hao,
Guangdong Tiger.
Tel
Shanghai
Aviv, whatever, bro. I don't care.
Shanghai.
Lakers,
Shark.
back to the Lakers. He'll never go back there.
No. That experiment's done. He had his chance.
Fucking Lebanon,
fucking
I don't
bum.
care, dude. Wherever he
He's a
wants to
fucking
play.
bum, Hassan. I don't want to hear his name again
Yeah.
on this pod.
Yeah, it'd be Mavericks for me.
Dude, if I'm the Mavericks, I don't want D'Angelo Russell,
Dude,
bro.
no
Why
team
would
in
I
the
want
NBA
D?
wants
What is
him.
he gonna do?
He doesn't do
Play
shit,
me for 10,
Hus.
15 minutes.
He's gonna stunt the development of Cooper Flag, bro.
He's so much
Hey.
negative vibes, Hus. He's so negative. You don't understand.
What do you mean? Dalton Connect loved the guy.
I'd
So,
rather
like,
have
oh,
What does
Denver-
that even mean? Dalton Connect loved the guy. Where's that even
That's
going?
not negative. That's a rookie. A rookie said that he
Dalton
likes
Connect
someone
loved
like
the guy. I don't care what Dalton thinks. He was not even going to be on our team like 2 months ago.
He's still loading, bro.
Bro, Dalton was a
He's
literal.
still-
He was a little hornet, bro. Do you forget for like a
that. Yeah,
day,
now he's still on your team though. You're
Where's
gonna talk
Legend?
to
Yeah,
disrespect the guy. That's
Yeah.
on your roster.
bro? I'm
Who
not
is better?
disrespecting
Wait,
him.
who's
I'm just
better?
saying,
Who's
what
better?
does Dalton Connect's input have to do?
Dalton's
with, like,
better than
anything?
D'Lo.
Wait, no, I got a good.
I don't know about that.
Who
but
was
yeah,
better?
alright.
Who was better? First stint Dalton Connect or second stint Dalton Connect?
Where's the stints? Where's the stints drop?
Stint
Yeah.
of what?
Summer
Like the
league.
trade?
He was a Laker, then he was a Hornet, and then he was a Laker. So
Both
which stint was better? You feel me?
Preseason,
Not doing
preseason
this,
Dalton
bro.
Connect.
give me the 1 day Hornet Dalton Connect.
First stint Lakers Dalton Connect or second
This is
stint
peak
Lakers
brain
Dalton
rot.
Preseason Dalton Connect.
Yeah, I'm choosing
Damn,
him.
that was
30-point quarter, whatever he did. Dalton
Connect?
Connect.
Nice.
That one game against what was it, KD
Alright,
or
so
something?
that means pre Hornet.
10-day
First
Hornet.
stint was cool.
That's a good one.
That's fine.
What else? We got another segment. I think you had like a would
Yeah,
you rather.
had one. Yeah, for the MVP of the league, did it all this year. It's Jay.
I want shit.
All the hardware.
Let me do
First
the intro. Let me do the intro. Let me do the intro.
Go ahead, Gabe. Go ahead.
We have a would you rather Shea Gilgeous Alexander edition. He is the MVP of the league, the Finals MVP, and the champ. So we're gonna
Yo,
name
shut
some
up, shut up,
players.
shut up. No, I'm just
Oh my god, I got out the groove. Would you rather Shea Gilgeous Alexander edition? Hassan, you can go ahead.
Let's go. First name on the list. Me and Omari were arguing about this a couple weeks ago. SGA or Luka Doncic.
You guys can pick it up where you left off.
Omari, what'd you say?
Luka.
Look at him.
Luka 10.
Yes, I'm taking.
What you got? What about you?
I don't
Gabe?
know. I think now, from what from recency bias and what he's done the whole season, it's SGA. I want to. Yes, I know the context. Luka injury, the playoffs, the trade. I get it, but I think SGA deserves his flowers as of today.
Or
Yeah,
what was
give
the
me
reason?
Shea, bro. He just had the most
it's
aura
not
farming
flowers, it's just-
season of all time. He's got to fucking go #1 right now.
I like that.
Yeah, what was the reason, Omari, for Luca?
Because it's not even like a not giving flowers type thing. Like the winner of the MVP is not always the best player in the league. For you know what I mean? Like just
Won the
because,
chip, though.
What about the
Everyone
Finals
won.
MVP?
or the one.
What about the
who
scoring
wins the
leader?
chip.
Yeah, what about the scoring leader?
Yeah, no, he was great. He had an amazing year.
Like, I need
You know what I
some
mean? There's more
concrete
context.
evidence.
There's more
Like, you gotta
context here. He
convince
had
us
an
why
amazing
Luca's
year,
better.
but that doesn't
That's
mean
it.
I'm gonna take a nigga
That's
who.
it.
What
He's
about
choosing
FIBA
who
World
wins.
Cup bronze medalist?
I expected the average, like literally, the year before, he averaged the same amount of points and almost triple double. You know what I mean? So
What
it's
about
like-
Western
and it was
Conference
in the
Finals MVP?
Yeah, Western
Yeah,
Conference
it's just
MVP
like I
is
said,
pretty
it's
good.
just 1 year. Like Gabe said, it's recency bias. Like, what's the name? Played half a season in a weird situation.
What about all
Like,
rookie second team?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Our community actually agrees with you, Omari. They think Luca is better than SGA. I think that's
Well,
like,
we know they don't know
It's
ball
like-
from last time, so
Yeah,
nah,
bro.
he is-
I'm
he
just
is
saying
good.
though that they agree with Omari, but
But it is a
SGA
good it's a good
that's
point
good.
to make, I think, because in later like the latest years, SJ has accomplished more than Luca.
yeah, that's what I was.
You know what I'm saying? Dude, he has the
I mean,
MVP
besides
not
and
winning
the
the
chip.
yeah, he finally won the chip. But it's
And
like,
an
Argue that
MVP,
he had
those two
one of the
things
best
Luca doesn't
regular
have.
season
better
ever.
stats. Luka had better stats than he did this season.
does Luka have a scoring title?
Yeah, but also
Yeah.
think about this, Omari. Omari, let me paint you this one picture from this flip
Yeah, I
side.
think so. I'm pretty sure when he's
Let me say this.
34.
No, he doesn't.
Unless Embiid got it.
Let him know,
Yeah,
Hassan.
like one more
Also,
time.
I think what I want to say is real quick. I think in terms of SGA's career and development, up until like 2-3 years ago, you didn't think he was gonna do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Luca, from like the second year,
Yeah.
you're like, dude, this dude's he's gonna do it. But up
Yeah.
until recently, SGA's
But
done
Shea
it so
just did it.
fast. He just did it so fast. Pause. Kind of.
Yeah, but it's like I'm also gonna put like I'm not gonna watch a nigga just ball out for 7 years straight and then he has like one weird down year, and then one guy has 2 really really good years,
3.
and then we're like, oh, he's better
Like
now. You know what I
3.
mean? Like
Very good
when
years.
just because he had that one like weird down year, like that's just to me,
How do you explain
especially
Joel Embiid?
when it's such a disparity. Like Shea is really really good. He's a good defender, but like I don't want. I mean, he could average 34 again. You know, who knows? But like even in the point of 30 and up per game scorers, like Luka is still, especially offensively, ahead of him, playmaking and rebounding. Obviously, he's not a better defender, but Luka is really has always been a generational player. So it's just like I'm not gonna take this one because he won because he won the chip last year.
On
When
everything.
Luka was in the finals the year before, like he was literally in the last finals. Like that's kind of it's
And
just crazy
lost.
to me to okay, yeah, but his team wasn't as good, like nearly as good. Like
I kind of base it off of like the past 3 seasons. SJ has just been more consistent, and he just had the best season, one of the best seasons ever, scoring title, multiple MVPs, and he's the leader of this team. I feel like
Multiple MVPs?
Yeah, don't say
Yeah.
it like that.
What do
bro.
you-
That's
what do
crazy.
you
One
talking
final-
about?
he's the
Finals MVP.
What did you-
Don't say it
multiple
like that,
MVPs.
though.
You're funny,
Western
Hus.
Conference,
Hus, you're
Western
hilarious.
Conference MVP,
It's
Top
not
tier
multiple
rating,
MVPs,
baby.
though.
Top tier rating.
And
I should let the
awesome.
clip go.
It's
I
just
should have
like
let the clip
Shay's,
go.
it's dumb to me to be like Shay's better because his team doesn't let him down. You get me?
I should let the clip
What do
go.
you mean? He
bro.
shows up for his team though. Without
Trey's
him,
better,
there's
Trey's
So does
better.
nothing.
Luka. Luka's averaged like 30-point triple doubles in the
Bruh.
playoffs. Like
Without SGA, his team is nothing.
that's not true.
They're not facts.
They ain't
I-
champs.
I think
They're
they're not.
champs,
They're for
no.
sure not
If
champions.
They
you
not
take
even
any star
Western
playoff or
Conference
championship
champs.
team, they're not gonna be champs.
They'll get first rounded.
They'll
Without-
go-
They will-
like,
they'll get
the
destroyed.
They would have
whole
lost to
argument-
Denver in the second
the whole
round for
argument
sure.
of OKC this year in general.
They
has
only
been
beat
how
Memphis.
amazing and deep their entire like 1 through 10 is. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
and
that's the
the
whole
leader
OKC
that
argument.
makes
is that
everything
the entire
happen
team
is SGA.
can play super good. You know
Yeah,
what I
but he
mean?
makes everything happen. Without
But
him,
they
they're
still
nothing.
need him like
Okay,
to win.
but it's
Without
just
him,
like
they
if
don't
you
win
replace
close.
him with other people, like he's amazing. Like I'm saying, but I don't think he's
Not
as
careful who you say
irreplaceable to a
replace.
team. Like
I don't know about replacing him.
Yeah,
That I
replace
don't
is
know.
crazy.
I'm saying he's
Who
not
can you
as
replace him
irreplaceable
with?
as someone like Luka is. Like,
I mean,
I
don't
disagree, bro. It's not.
bro,
he's
we've
not
seen,
definitely
like I
just as
said, bro,
irreplaceable.
we've seen 35s and 5s many times over. We've seen like 4 people who could do.
Name one
30-point
player that
triple
could do what Shea did this year.
What do
I
you
don't
mean
think-
one player? Like
I don't
fucking
think I've seen,
Tatum had a 29-point year. You know what I mean? We weren't like, oh, At least
I
I
think
wasn't
there's-
like, oh, he's the best
I
player
think
in
there's
the
a
league.
gap between Tatum and Shea.
We
in my
like
opinion.
I know they won. His best playoff run wasn't his chip run, but if you know what I mean, if he would have had a 30-point run into the chip, like niggas would be like, oh,
but
he's
he
the best
didn't.
player in the world, and I'm gonna say the same thing. Like, no, he's not. You know what I mean? Like he had a really good run and won the chip, won the MVP and stuff, but like
But
What
doesn't mean that
That
he's just
stuff
been
is
like
weighed the
every
most,
like
I
you're gonna
think,
tell me
right?
every year whoever beat throughout history, whoever won the chip that year was better than LeBron that year. You
But
know
it's
what I mean? Like,
not.
no.
It's not. It's a 3-year stretch. He's been averaging
Yeah.
30+ points.
The
LeBron's
only
the best player in
reason,
the
the
world.
only reason that we're
Right?
talking
Luka's
about
not
this
the best
now
in
is
the
because
world.
of last year and Luca. That's literally the only reason.
Yeah,
But
which is
SJ 's
valid.
Okay,
been
yeah,
like
but
a,
like I'm saying, that just like I said, their basketball has so much context into it. Like that just takes out so
It's
much.
even last year
Like
he was second in MVP
Luka
voting.
averaged
Though, remember?
28,
Yeah.
7 and something, but he's not eligible for awards. Like he would have been also on an all NBA list. You know
Yeah,
what I
but he
mean? He
would
would
have
have
been above
also
Shea.
been.
SJ had a better season than Luka
Yeah.
Doncic.
No, for
And-
sure. I'm not
And
saying
last
he
year,
didn't.
Omari, who do you
But
think
I'm
had a
saying
better
is
season?
Luca has had one down year and had an amazing. He's literally been averaging 20 something since rookie season. You know what I mean? So it's just like I'm not gonna be like, okay, now that he had one down year, you know what I mean? Like it's time to like, nah, he's not as bad.
Yeah,
You know what I
shit.
mean? At least for me.
I feel that we'll see going into next season, but as far as right now, I'm definitely going to take Shea because of the season that he had and what he accomplished. So
It's
I
like
think
even
right now
when
he's
people
up
started rating other shooting guards over D Book when the Suns started being ass. I'm like, it doesn't mean D Book is ass now because his team is ass. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
but you
because
can
his
put
team's not
other
good enough.
players ahead of him. Like you can put Anthony. It makes sense to put Anthony Edwards over Devin Booker because he went
Like
to
you can make the
finals
argument,
twice.
but I'm saying like for me personally, I'm
Yeah.
just like I'm not gonna like knock it on really D Book that much
Yeah,
because
history means more to
Yeah.
you than current trends.
yeah, it just
All right,
depends because there's like when you really look into it, you can see different things. Like if Book just started playing like ass or something, then I'll be like, okay, like the niggas is ass. You know what
Do
I
you
mean?
think
Yeah.
Luka?
Luka had a down year. He did, but even his down year is 28 points.
Yeah,
Do you think
know what I
Luka's
mean? Like,
averaging like 30, 10, and 10 again? That's not happening.
not
Yeah.
next year. No,
Oh wait, 10 and 10. I don't know about 10 and 10.
too much
He would
usage,
average- I
man.
think he'll
It's
average
too
30
much
though.
usage.
Yeah.
The way
yeah,
they play
Omari,
basketball,
I
I feel
guarantee
like
you he'll average
So I mean, like,
Anthony's at 30.
29 to 30.
if
Next
if,
year?
if his
Yeah.
averages
Yeah,
are gonna
he
go
can-
down, that means like
can
He
SJ
average
is
averaged
gonna be better
28.
than him.
Like most of the year was like whatever. You know what I mean?
I feel like it's too much usage for him to average 30 and you guys win games
And
at a
he's
high clip.
skinnier. It's
I
alright.
disagree. He's averaged like 28 points his whole career. I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
28
that's
is
no
not 30 though.
He averaged
I said-
34.
That's
I'd
two
say
more
not
points.
the
That's
year
one
before
bucket a
last.
game. Like, relax, bro. And he's
That's
been
not how
injured.
that
He
in
works.
averaged
fact.
34 the year before last. I think
He's
he
been
averaged,
injured in
like,
fat
30,
the last
32.
2 seasons where he's not averaged, or last season when he didn't average 30. Before that, he
He
averaged
was fat and
33,
injured and averaged 34.
32,
Yeah, 33.
28,
Like,
28, 29. Like, come on, bro.
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I'm not gonna watch a nigga average 30 for 6 straight years and then be like, hey, him have one bad year and be like, okay, now.
I mean, I'm still picking Shea because he averaged 30.
And it's not even just the 32. It's that the fact that he gets damn near triple doubles. You know what I mean? Like while doing it, it's the same with Jokic. Really, you know what I mean?
I
It's
think
like,
the winning part matters more. The fact that he hasn't done that. I mean, yeah, the triple
Triple-doubles
doubles
are
are
overrated.
great, but like
Triple-doubles
winning is
are
more like
overrated.
Jokic won. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, and SJ won.
Jokic is one thing because he like his team wasn't nearly as good as SGA's, even on like his best ship team. Like they were a good team. They were really solid and good together. But just in terms of like, you know, the wing defender like that archetype, like OKC is just full of people who are consistent too. It's like they get not only do they have like the archetypes they need, like they found people who will show up in these moments. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's the biggest thing because people can build a team all they want. They can build skill sets around skill sets and make them fit. But it's like if the people like mentally can't execute when it comes time to, then it doesn't matter. You know, that's like the hardest part of finding these players.
But the crazy thing is, Jokic never played with All NBA or All Stars, which is even crazier in my opinion.
No,
Yeah.
Jokic
I
is
think
insane.
it's my
That is
next
just
one.
what
that
I'm
is
saying.
insane. That is crazy.
Saying I'm still not gonna say SGA is better than Jokic either. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, that's my next one because people have been saying, or SJ claimed that he's the best player in the world when he won the chip
he's supposed
last
to say
week.
that.
People, yeah, you're supposed to say that, but is it true? Who are you choosing, SJ or Jokic? Best player in the
Jokic,
world.
same reason. Just insert Jokic over the Luka name. Like,
You know when the way I see this, Hassan. You know what I think back to when I hear this question?
I'm
Where-
thirsty. Where
I think of like the Giannis quote when he says like, remember when he won MVP and then he was talking about Curry, I think, because Curry won the chip, but I think Giannis was a better player, and then Giannis goes, Curry's the best player in the world. Like he says that. I think I have the same opinion, even though I think Jokic is like a
better player.
I'm gonna have to go Shea, to be honest. I'm gonna pick Shea this time. I think he took a leap.
You think that because he won the championship and he led his team to a win?
Yeah, for that reason. I know the context. I know the first thing everyone's gonna say is, "Oh my god, his team! Oh my god, his fit! Oh my eldest." But I think it still matters that he won Finals MVP. He played his ass off. So for that perspective, I give it to Shea.
Yeah,
Luka had that team. They'd be 80
And
and 2.
Shea beat him, by the way.
They go
Unfortunately,
80 and 2.
he did beat him in 7 games.
You like
I
how-
see your
Luka
perspective.
stashed that nigga Shane when he seen him in the playoffs. The niggas forget.
That's how I
Took
think
1 year
about
for
it,
niggas
though.
to forget.
But I know you
Yeah,
probably have a
because
different
he won the
opinion.
Put the
Did
first
Luka
seed out
win?
in 5 games. Or
Luka
or
didn't win the
6.
championship.
Bro, but he obviously went up against a much better team. Like,
Yeah.
it's so much context. Like, the
This
nigga
is-
didn't go up. Like, they went 7 against these Pacers. Like, a fully healthy Celtics. What do you think is, you know what I mean?
I think
Now,
it
in
goes 7-2.
hindsight, that we saw what the OKC looked like in the finals.
I think it
Like,
goes 7
can we
games.
have some truthers too? Because, like, you know what I mean? I think
I
that
think
they're
it
the
goes
best team in
7.
the league. But that's also why I feel like going into next season, like, they're a little weaker. Because they're like, they went to 7 with 2 teams that weren't really, at
What
least
do you mean?
going
The Pacers
into
are
the
the best team in the
playoffs.
East.
The Pacers won the East.
Obviously, they made it out, but I'm saying, like,
No, they
going
were the
into the
best team in the
playoffs,
East, though. Like, there's
going
no
into
reason
the
for them not
playoffs,
to
no
be
one
there.
expected them to be in the finals.
They beat the
Yeah,
Bucks in
but going out,
5. They beat the
going out of
Cavs
the
in
playoffs,
5.
going to the
Okay,
finals,
okay, but
they
it's
were
also like,
they made it clear that they were the best team in the East, and I think they would have beat the
and they're a
Celtics.
really good team. But I'm saying, like, you know what I mean? Last year Celtics, I think, would have a really good shot against this year's OKC.
I think it was
You know what
7.
I mean?
Yeah, I think it'll go to 7-2. And I
Maybe.
can't predict what happens in Game 7, but
Because
But
those
under
two teams
Mo,
are the best
I'm just
teams of
saying,
their
like,
years.
Luka, you know what I mean? And it's not like Luka's team wasn't like they were 6 seed. You know what I mean? Like, going into the final and going into the playoffs.
yeah,
So
it
it's
was
not like
matchups.
Luka's team was like just fucking good. You know what I mean? And
Wasn't
he carried
bad
them
either.
pretty much to the playoffs. He averaged 30-point triple-double throughout the playoffs to get them to the finals. Like, I'm just like, even though he lost, unfortunately, it's just like, I'm not gonna put that knock against him over 1 year. You know what I mean?
Well, this year he didn't play as well, so
Yeah.
put that knock on him.
No, we're gonna
But,
see. Man, I'm telling you, 30-point triple-double MVP season coming.
We'll see.
And we'll
In
be
terms
first.
of Jokic and SGA, I think I'm still going Jokic. I feel like he's the best player in the world. He showcased that during that series against them where he had like 40-point triple doubles. I think Game 1 he had 40 and like 20 or something like that. He averaged a 30-point triple double in the regular season, which is I don't think has ever been done by a center. And I think he's just a better basketball player overall, and he's in his own tier. So I still think Jokic is the best player in basketball.
Facts.
SGA is close though. What do you think, Bess? Jokic or SGA?
Jokic.
Jokic still. What about Mr. Antetokounmpo himself? SGA or Giannis Antetokounmpo?
I'm going Giannis, bro.
Giannis is so cracked, bro. He's so good,
dude.
too.
Like, that's what I mean, bro. Like, I'm going Giannis. Like, the
I
nigga
can't-
averages 30 points, like 12 rebounds. Nigga's a fucking defensive monster. Like,
Yeah, hasn't
dominant.
gone
I'm not- you know, he's been doing it. his
Luka's the
entire
only
career.
valid
Like,
one you've
I'm
had
just
so
not
far,
doing
to be
it. You know what I mean? Like, and it makes me feel like I'm hating on SGA, even though I don't like him that much. Like, but it's like I'm not even trying to hate on SGA in these instances, but it's just like these
hating on him
players.
'cause you're saying he's the
just-
fourth best player
Bro,
in the NBA.
because just because a nigga, like, bro, one season, like, someone can have a really good season and still not be the like best player in the league or a better player than all these people who've been doing it entire like career long times. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean,
Giannis these days he gets overlooked. So he's been getting overlooked for like years now at this point. You know
Bro,
what I mean?
SGA has had more like playoff wins than Giannis in the past 3 years in the first round. That's
I
crazy.
honestly think it's really
That is
unnecessary
insane.
to rank SGA. He's clearly like the third best player in the league. It goes Jokic, Giannis, then him. I think that's the order. I guess if you want to argue Luka over him, I don't think that's a good argument right now. But like, he's clearly number 3 in my opinion. Like, I
I'll
don't think
take it.
anyone's
I'm not gonna
above
be
him.
mad
I
if
don't think
someone has him
anyone's
over
under him.
Luka.
He's
I think he might be
spot.
better than Giannis after
I
this
think so,
season
too.
and finishing it. I feel like getting to the championship and proving others wrong that he can do it while averaging 33 and showing up for his team kind of put him over the top where Giannis gets eliminated in the first round, even though he can't help his team being
Bro,
like
like,
ball
yeah,
water.
like, look at his team. Like, nigga,
Yeah.
Dame died.
But
What do you want me to do? Like,
I gotta give respect to SJ for actually like showing up when it mattered most and like shown up what people like thought of him to be. So I feel like SGA did what he needed to do, and I got to give him credit for that, and at least crown him as the second best player in the NBA after the season that he just had. It's close though. I wouldn't be mad if anybody else said
Yeah,
Giannis.
it is close. I think.
I think he's
That's
pretty
why we asked the
clearly number
podcast.
3
I'm
for
not
me.
doing nothing.
Like no
We're
debate.
getting comments and stuff too.
All right,
I don't know.
I made this one.
Giannis is like he's a beast like when he's playing, but I can't like give him too much credit for not winning. I don't know. Like I know there's like shit going on, but he's not doing it.
I mean, the Nuggets they weren't good
But
enough
his
this
team has
year.
been perpetually injured or just like ass for.
I
a
mean,
couple years now.
unfortunately, that's his.
Or
That's,
he-
that's,
it
that's
was-
the years.
he was.
But I have to
injured
look at
first,
it though.
and then
You can't
his
just
team
like
was
not
ass.
look at it. You have to look at that.
His
Yeah.
team being.
There's
yeah, I'll
times
look
where
at it and
people are
I'm
gonna
like,
win.
this
There's
is
times where
ass.
people are gonna lose. Right now, he's on a losing
Yeah.
streak, so I'm more down on him than
So
what I
he
would
got
be.
worse.
No, he didn't. But he's not winning as much as he should be. You get what I'm saying? Like
Okay,
you got
so I'm saying if he
even in
was
10 years, we're gonna look at it.
consistently
We're gonna see.
MVP caliber every single year.
No,
But his
even
team gets worse and they get worse.
when we
He's
still
not
look at
MVP
it from the
caliber
outside
anymore.
looking in, we're still gonna. All you're gonna see, I promise you, is Giannis losing after he won the chip like 4 or 5 years in a row, like losing.
Yeah,
And we're gonna be like, oh, he was in his prime.
We
Shea
honestly
just
should have
fucking
done a would you
smelled.
rather with
Shea
Jalen
just got
Warren.
the fucking smell of Larry O'Brien in his nose.
He's gonna be like, oh,
Giannis did
he
that
was
in
a beast, but he
2020.
couldn't
Yeah,
win
or
any. Like
2020,
you're gonna.
yeah.
That's what we're gonna see though. That's how it's gonna be viewed as. He's a beast, but it's just not going his way, unfortunately.
Yeah, like
And
kind of like Devin Booker
that's
right
just
now.
what it is.
And you lose, but Giannis, he still gets credit for being like
100%.
people still see him as a top 3 player, regardless
Yeah.
of what the situation is. You know,
I see him as 3, 2, 3, 4. You know, wherever you have him, I don't care.
yeah.
But 2, 3, 4. That's why I'm not too tripping.
This next one's for Omari, SGA or LeBron James.
LeBron already said it. I said LeBron.
Omari,
Yeah, that's
please.
it.
Omari, please.
How about fuck the SGA
I'll
shit?
take
This shit
LeBron.
is clearly not working, bro. Like, let's do a Jalen
Nah, okay,
Williams.
I'll take
one.
this.
Nah, I
I'll
wanna
take
hear his
SGA.
opinion.
I'll be fair. I'll
It's
say
funny.
SGA. I'm actually like I'm
Funny.
being 100% dead ass like when I'm ready to say I'll actually take SGA, but
There you
as
go.
much as I love LeBron and I think LeBron's a better player overall, but you know, right now I'm gonna take SGA.
There
I
you
think
go.
LeBron can still do more for a team, but you know, it is
Yeah,
what it
he's
is.
40 years old. He's not doing
Yeah,
what
he knows
27
more.
year old
He has
man
40
can
years of knowledge, nigga, wisdom. Come on, man. SGA don't got that. LeBron got more fucking knowledge right here than SGA got in his whole fucking body. Come on, man. You know this. And that nigga's skinny too, so that's probably true.
My last
Oh,
one.
man.
This is another poll that kind of shocked me. SGA or Stephen Curry. People said Stephen Curry was better than SGA
SGA.
right now.
This
SGA
shocked
right
you?
now.
Yeah.
This
SGA
shocked
so
you?
fast.
It,
There's not
it
even
did
a
shock me because I obviously think SGA is a top
Fake
2, 3
clears,
player in the
fake
NBA.
clears.
But people are
That's
saying
fine. I
that
understand.
Stephen Curry is better because of the gravity that he pulls into a game, and that
That's just they're sexually attracted to him. That's it. That's all. It comes
Yeah,
down
we're-
to.
I mean, I'm
don't
saying
know.
I can see the as to why, but it's just not true. But like they're saying, if Stephen Curry played him in the playoffs, that the Warriors may have won because of the gravity that Stephen Curry brings and the way that they play basketball as a team.
No, bro. No.
I guess we'll never know.
I guess
See,
we'll
when
never
it
know.
I've seen
like-
enough people beat Steph Curry to say that that's not true, bro. Like,
We haven't
Steph
seen
Curry
enough
was
people.
like unbeatable in the playoffs. Okay, you got a point. But we've seen enough average teams beat them to be like, he's not
playoffs?
that unstoppable. Yes,
Who?
Nah, it's really just LeBron every year.
the
Yeah.
Nuggets beat them.
It's really just LeBron. every
It was just
That's
Jokic and role players.
When did the Nuggets beat us? What year? Or am I forgetting?
Who did you guys lose to that year, or was it us? You guys lost to us.
They lost to the Lakers
Lakers.
for
You guys
sure.
lost to the
Wrong.
Lakers. That's even worse.
How? It's LeBron.
It was
You guys
the
lost to
Lakers in the
LeBron,
playoffs and then Lakers.
40-year-old Braun.
Before that.
The only
Last
time
time we
Curry's
lost-
unstoppable is he has KD next to him. Because
Okay.
other than that, it's a
Facts,
struggle for him to
facts.
win a
Oh,
ring.
We preaching.
What do you mean? You won in 2022.
Now we fighting.
Yeah, I mean,
Last
it was
year
a
was
struggle
like-
though. It was a tough run.
Not-
Y'all had to
not-
really pull it out the mud.
It's not true. I don't think we went to Game 7 that year. We didn't.
Game 6 though. Game 6.
6 ain't 7. 6, 7.
That's
What
math.
year was
That's
Kings-
math. W.
The Kings series.
Yeah, the only struggle we had, I guess, was the Rockets in recent memory. Then we lost to the Lakers, which is LeBron. But we beat the Rockets, and Steph got hurt, so we'll see. But yeah, SJ is clearly the better player. I just wanted to bring that to you guys because it was a valid argument as to why
I
people
feel
would
that's
say
just like an
he's better.
easier comparison considering they're both guards. Like for me, it's just like not that I'm biased against like forwards and bigs, but it's just like if you're a forward who can do everything, you know what I mean? Like you have that much of an advantage.
SGA is the best guard in the NBA. I think we should just
Nah, I
leave it
agree.
at that.
I
No,
think so
okay,
too.
I can say that. I'll agree there. Right
Luka's
now.
a guard though, Omari.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know Luka's a guard right now, but I'll agree right now. I'll agree for right now.
Yeah, no.
For now, I'll agree. I think that Luka will be better next year.
Revenge tour coming for Luka.
Hey, what
Yeah,
if SJ just pulls up and
Revenge
drops like 34, like 6 and 6?
I get
like,
he's gonna
damn.
put 60 on Mavericks. Skinny Luka's putting 60 on the Mavs. He might put 74 just to get one more point than his highest.
Didn't he have 40 last
He
year?
put 77. He had
That
40.
was crazy. He did have 70 2 years ago.
He had
against the
70. Oh yeah, he had 70. Right? I was
71 or
73,
something.
That was Embiid. Oh, 70. No, Donovan was 71.
I think they both had 71. No, I
Maybe.
think 71's the
Bro,
highest.
they're
There
gonna
was
crack-
three niggas. There
they're gonna
one-
crack 80
was there
soon, I can
Yeah,
tell.
Embiid. Yeah, three people last year. Embiid at 70 also.
Someone who's gonna crack 80. I could feel it.
Baby.
No one even
I think
cracked
Luka
like
has the best
50
chance
whatever
right now.
this year.
But
Yeah, this year was scrubs, but next year they're locked in.
I think Luka has the best chance. If anybody, he's the latest to get.
Yeah, who do you think? Who do you think has the best chance?
Curry. I'll say this before.
Shea.
Curry could do
No,
it.
I don't
Curry
think
doesn't
Curry
have
can.
the chance. Yeah.
Curry does.
You need to be
He
able to
catches
get to the
15
line.
threes.
that much.
He's
Shea
gonna
could
like
do it,
15
bro.
threes.
Shea could easily do it.
Yeah,
He
Shea
just-
could do it.
If he needs to be selfish one night, he's not. Like he actually passes the ball and like gets his team
Deep
involved.
book.
That's why they win games.
Anthony Edwards.
He still got it in him.
Oh, Edwards could
Nah,
catch
Chuck
a
it
heater.
threes.
Edwards don't pass that
Yeah,
shit.
Edwards
So he
could catch a
definitely
heater. Just keep
Unlimited
shooting them
shots.
Nah,
Jalen Brown next season.
Oh, that's a good pick.
Yeah,
Anthony
I feel like,
Simons.
it's like once you start getting into the high point totals, like early in the game, it takes someone. I feel like it takes a lot of concentration. You know what I mean? That's
Jordan
what I feel
Poole
like.
on the Pelicans.
That's
Yeah,
why I
but
feel like so
you're-
many people will
I
have
feel like you're already in the
these
zone
first
though,
halves,
Omari.
and then,
Like you're already seeing ways to get baskets at a different level when you're already
yeah,
who
but
is
it's
that
like
big.
I feel like eventually, like not that pressure builds, but it's like once you start, you know what I mean? Like you're like, oh shit, like once you become aware, like you have this many, you know what I mean? Like you
Once
really
you think
thinking
about it.
So I feel
Yeah.
like if you can like, I feel like people don't stay as locked in because that's why they always have like crazy first. You know, like when somebody has a crazy first, they have like 30 something. Like a lot of times they have like 15 in the second half. It's just like nigga.
Well, it's
like-
because of the flow of the game. You gotta let the game come to you. You can't just
yeah,
force
but
it.
that's why I think they
You
get
wanna
like
win.
up here, like oh I could, you know what I mean, and then they start thinking about it, and they weren't.
And
Like,
some of-
before they were
sometimes,
playing
like-
natural and free, and they just were just getting buckets,
just-
and then like now they're thinking about it. You know what I mean?
It's
Yeah.
definitely going to be Anthony Edwards, bro. That's like the most likely team that needs him to score that much, that he's willing to take the shots and
The
probably
game will
doesn't
be
give a
close
fuck.
too.
Nah, nigga, D book, they need it. They need it.
You
They
just
gonna
double
need
team
it.
D Book and he's fucking trembling in his boots.
Jalen Green might get 80 Huss if they double team
good one,
Buck.
Gabe,
Jalen
good
Green.
one.
He might get
Think about
fucking
it.
80 bricks, 80 missed shots.
Never in his life.
If you ever shoot a ball 80 times, they'll go back to the NBA.
Imagine 80 shots in the game.
What's the highest?
Imagine.
Like 50, 55?
What is
in
the
field
highest?
goals? Like
It has to be
DeJounte
like
Murray or
50.
some shit?
Laker,
No, it's definitely Kobe, probably
Kobe
58
took
or
60,
some
I
shit.
think, 50 or 60.
58?
60. You did take
I'm
60
asking,
shots.
I'm asking.
From the game.
No,
Yeah.
Kobe
No.
shot 60 times in his last
Yeah,
game.
fine,
So
yeah.
What is the
He shot
highest?
60 times. Yeah, 60 points and 60 shots.
it's definitely Kobe. If I had to put my money on this, Kobe, bro. There's no way.
It's
60
definitely
is a
above
lot.
50. I'm pretty sure it's 60 shots, though.
He shot like 47 shots in a playoff game against the Celtics.
Oh, yeah, I seen that.
Like, go just to your mind. You go into the gym like, man, I don't trust any of these dudes. I'm just
I
going
don't
to
give
shoot
a fuck
every
about
shot.
none of these niggas. Like, they not none of these niggas.
It's a Wilt Chamberlain stat. It's a Wilt Chamberlain stat.
Oh,
That doesn't
shit,
count.
no.
What's the real stat?
He
I need
probably
to
just
find
like
it.
fucking.
Those
Okay,
were
okay.
Chamberlain.
Sam Hughes has it.
Tim
Hold on, I'm
Williams.
almost there.
They probably just fucking
Okay,
gave
the
Wilt
top
fake
6
numbers.
are Wilt Chamberlain,
Okay, who's
What is
7?
this?
I don't care about Wilt.
Jay Fulks. Who the fuck is this guy?
Dude,
1949.
give me somebody from our generation, please.
Elgin
Yeah.
Baylor? Does he? No, that's still Wilt
Somebody,
era, right?
somebody who knew that we had
That's
to
Wilt
work.
era.
Somebody who dribbled with their left hand.
Fulks, Chamberlain,
Literally.
Chamberlain. Oh, it is Kobe.
Yeah, it's Kobe. It's Kobe.
What was Wilt though?
I'll be
What was
like,
Wilt?
I'll be like, please.
No, Wilt had
post
63,
segregation.
62, 60, 58, 57.
Bro, as a big man, why are you shooting 60? You should have you. How, bro?
You got
60
60?
is insane. Yeah.
60
How did you not score 120 points shooting
League?
60
He
times?
did have
Like,
100.
Nigga said,
High
nigga
on
said
film,
leg 60 times.
That game,
It was
that
big-
game ended
big
in
ass.
169 to
dude, I would have,
147.
but by shot attempt
Oh, nah.
50, I would have not. I would have
No
got him
wonder, bro,
ejected.
the
I would have
average
started a
50
fight
points,
with him or
bro,
something.
Like, niggas scored 170, like light.
Dude, I'm literally like injuring him if he has a 90 points, dude. I'm not even letting him get to
Will
him.
Chamberlain kill everybody.
And that game, it was his 100-point game.
Yeah, it had to be.
We said he did it 6 times. Though.
Oh, that
What the
doesn't-
fuck? How did you
Let
not
me check
score
the other
100
one.
the other 5 times?
Let me
if
check
you
his
took
next one.
60
What he had?
shots?
Let me check that. Let me check that. Oh,
What is his lowest scoring game
That's not a
with
real stat.
60 attempts?
78 points and 62 shots attempted.
Nah,
That
bro. How are you breaking that
It's
much?
so
bro?
bad.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He had 43 rebounds that game.
Angel Reese.
31 for 62. He was 50% from the field.
That's like
Best.
one of the things. Like when I get a time machine, that's like on my list of doing.
16
shit.
out of
Going back
31 free
to
throws. Look at
the
Giannis
NBA
being
and
low
shit.
Watch Will.
Dude, how did
not even-
nobody?
I'm sure
My
that
question
nobody
is,
will
how
watch
did no one get like 40 assists during this time? You
Yeah,
just have to
Will's
throw
going
it to
up.
Will, and you get an
He was
assist.
he was missing
He
the
was
rebound
way
and
too
getting
long.
it back up.
Oh yeah.
He was like
Me
farming.
bound. Me bound.
it's a
Angel
new
Reese.
man.
Dude, Will Chamberlain just Angel Reese. That's what
It
I'm
was
finding out
offensive
today.
interference. His
Yeah.
teammates hated him. He stole their shots and finished it. That's fully
Wow.
actually.
Oh, I
He stole
forgot.
their
Yeah,
shots.
offensive interference wasn't a thing back then,
Wasn't
so
a
he was
thing,
just
so he was just
goaltending
taking out the
everyone's
air.
shots.
I could imagine that, bro.
Smart,
This
smart.
nigga's a loser.
That's
Yeah,
why I don't
Will
count
should
his shit.
count.
Give me like a modern
Yeah, me
NBA player who
too.
like followed rules and shit. You know.
Omari
Jordan.
Stoudemire
Jordan.
over Will Chamberlain confirmed.
And then they don't have that footage for that one game. I'm like, for one, like we see all types of footage from back then, and then that one game it was. Nah,
I think they only have the radio call.
It's a conspiracy. It's a myth. It never happened.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
That's
They
my-
definitely
my
gave him
biggest
fake
NBA
stats,
conspiracy.
bro. Like, he might have like 93, but we'll round it up.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not like the NBA was like
Inflated.
you know what I mean? Like it's not the NBA now. And it's like
It wasn't
just
outlawed.
all eyes on everything. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure back in the '60s, like it was easy to, just like you know what I mean? Just right.
Right down stats.
And
Like,
it,
10 shots. Come on, bro. I put
You
60
think
shots.
there was somebody else counting every single rebound and he had 43?
You just look at the box
Like,
score
nobody
on
else
the
is counting
paper
any
and just
rebounds.
write down your own stats.
Hassan, you're looking at it like the next day you were there. There's no way he
Imagine
shot
counting your own
100
stats.
points. He made 100 points.
It's like everybody counts your own stats. I'm like, nigga, I have
But some
like,
people-
and all
I
they
think-
gave him was a piece of paper that said 100 on it. No box score, nothing. Just a piece of
yeah,
paper.
facts. What a
Has
box
anybody
score,
from that
nigga.
game
No,
called it cap?
dead ass.
Has
See,
anybody
thank
from
you,
that game called it
thank you,
cap?
Bez. Because why would they give him the box scores that show that like the niggas actually wrote down, kept track?
That's hilarious.
That's how they wrote
These
the
have
numbers
piece of
down. They
paper.
just put 100 on the paper and said, "Look, Will scored 100, bro. It's on the box
Yeah,
score.
yeah.
This is the box,
It's the box score. This is the box score right here. It's a
Never
box.
done.
But I feel like somebody
see
would
the
call
square?
it cap. If they were
Iconic
there,
picture, though. Iconic picture.
somebody would have called it cap, though. I think it's real.
It is.
Yeah, I think it's real, too. It's just funny
Yeah,
that
I
there's
know.
no
That's my
footage of
biggest
it.
conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
I think it's somewhat. I think they inflated it. He probably scored like 95 or like 93,
Yeah,
and they
I
just-
think 80. I think it's like an
Rounded it
88
up.
number or like 87.
or something like that. It was like high points. They just like let's round it up for bro boy.
One guy said he dropped almost 100, and then the one guy said he dropped 100. He wrote it down right away.
They took 2 points away from some scrub. Like just give it to Will, bro. He was probably in the area anyway. Like
I wouldn't doubt it. Did though. Yeah, that was my last segment. If anybody else had anything they want to talk about.
nah, that's it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well,
Another
that'll
episode
wrap
of
it up
BDL,
for
huh?
us then. We'll get some more games going since it's the off season. Maybe some
Yeah.
trades will go down by next episode. Hopefully they do. We can talk about them.
Yes, sir.
This one already happened though. KD
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giannis getting traded. Stay tuned.
or Jalen Brown might go. Jalen Brown might see it on the
Jokic
team.
to the Lakers confirmed. You see
Yep.
the GM say it.
Just get the Lakers to send it. That's all I asked for. All right.
Who gonna be rookie of the year?
Cooper.
Oh yeah, let's call our rookie of the year. Who are we calling for rookie of the year? Since we talk about the draft, let's make a pick. I want to
Ace
hear.
Bailey. Ace Bailey. My guy. I have to write him.
Brother.
Pause.
Nah, I'm putting my
Ace Bailey. I have to pick Ace Bailey. I have to be his number one fan now. I'm gonna get his jersey.
Cooper. Okay, everyone here
Like Cooper's
probably
too
picking
easy,
Cooper
yeah.
Flag. Pick somebody
Yeah,
else
that's
other than
too
Cooper
easy.
Flag.
I'll
'cause
say
that's
Dylan
too
Harper.
easy.
No, I'm not gonna say Dylan Harper.
Ace Bailey.
It's gonna
He's
be.
gonna-
It have to be somebody with opportunity. If it's not Cooper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Ace.
Chinese Jokic. No, I'm just kidding.
Chinese
Imagine.
yoke. Who has a lot of opportunity? Right?
I'm actually gonna go with the
Ace
guy
not
that
that
the
bad.
Pelicans drafted, Derek Queen. Fuck it, because if Zion's not gonna play all
Zion don't
game,
play.
he's gonna be their only big man. So I'm gonna say
He's
he's
nice,
gonna
yeah.
get opportunity.
That's a good one.
Let's see. I'll go
I agree with
Don.
Gabe, actually.
Or Don. What's his name? Con
Knuckle?
Okay.
Hey, the one thing
Actually,
I'll
no,
say
I'm
for
going
the
BJ.
Hornets,
I'm going BJ.
BJ, I
Nah.
like that.
SEC.
The one
Yeah,
thing I'm gonna
SEC,
say for the
Sixers.
Hornets, dude, they actually needed to draft him because they need to stop taking like the swing players who can bust out. Like he's gonna be definitely a solid player no matter what, and like they need to stop drafting these James Book Knights. You know what I mean? These guys who
Yeah.
turn out to be dog shit. So
So
I
yeah,
like that
we-
pick.
They
bro.
drafted hands like not even a big.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
tons of good
draft a good basketball player. You know, a hard worker.
Nah, I mean, not
Yeah.
saying niggas weren't good basketball players, but draft a
Draft the
Nah,
NBA
Kansas is
player.
like that league.
yeah, somebody who's gonna stay in the NBA as long
Yeah.
as he's BT.
So shout out to them. Kai
Wait,
Jones,
yeah.
fucking all that
And
shit.
most likely be Cooper Flag with the NBA agenda that they got pushed on him already.
Yeah,
Got too much attention.
I think it's gonna be Coop, but besides Coop, I'll pick
like
Derek
if
Queen.
PG and Embiid are just either hurt or ass this year, you know, what I mean, that's a lot
But you
of.
still got Tyrese Maxey, Jared McCain.
I feel like VJ is gonna have a slower start to his career, like an
Yeah.
Oladipo or a Jalen Brown, or first year he might not
He's
be
still a
doing
really
shit.
good wing, like athletic. So I feel like hopefully they play him off the bench. Like the team's still not that good, so
They just got a lot of
Still
guards
get some
there, you
decent
know,
minutes, yeah.
with McCain, with Maxey.
Another player, Jason Tatum, had Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward to start off his career. Like these guys to bring
Yeah,
back.
the last person to
Bailey
get
point.
this level of talent was definitely him.
Yeah,
Tatum.
that's another Ace Bailey like kind of comparison. Or you just wait your turn, and it'll come if you have the talent.
Hey
Well,
man,
I mean,
hopefully he figures it out, bro. You can shoot any shot you want in Utah, so good luck.
Facts.
yeah, facts.
All right.
Will the Knicks find a coach before training camp?
Probably not.
Before
They
training
should,
camp,
though,
That
I
is
mean-
kind of crazy. I should realize that. No, before
There's-
training camp, yeah.
There's
This
some
season
good
just ended
coaches
a
on
week
the
ago.
market, bro. Mike Malone, I don't know if he
Not
wants to
summer
come back,
league though.
but
Not summer
Yeah,
league. But
they
like real training
interviewed
camp.
him.
Real training camp, yeah, probably.
Yeah, no, the season just ended a week ago. They'll find somebody
Yeah.
before then.
yeah.
But summer
Yeah,
league doesn't even
that's-
matter. Like the assistant, the head coach never do summer league anyway. So
So they're just gonna sign players without a coach.
I mean, yeah, the coach is gonna have to
Yeah,
figure it out once we get
yeah,
there.
Kind of crazy. Should have a coach and a system implemented before you pick up role players. Who am I?
Alright.
Say so.
Not they could do much anyway. Their team's kind of set already, unless they just make some big trade.
Yeah, you just need some bench players at this point. I feel like.
Yeah, need any bench players. So fucking
Yeah,
Tom Thibodeau. Well, he's gone, but they need someone because no one's gonna play 48 minutes anymore.
facts. All right.
Alright, you ready?
All right, that'll do it then. I'll wrap it up for this episode of the Bottom Live podcast. Let us know your thoughts on the NBA Finals and the NBA Draft. And we'll see you guys on the next episode.
This has to be-